live. Welcome. Hello, Savage fans. It's week 10.
And it's a football emergency.
Yeah. We had to get on. We had to come right on the air because we didn't have much time here. The Medevac crew is on the field, bringing the ball in. Good Friday night to you. It's football weather. It's football season. And the Savages have something to prove tonight. The last time they played this team, it was a shutout, and it was the first shutout in many, many years for the Broken Bow Savages, right?
Yeah, 31-0 beat down at Broken Bow, a home shutout for the Savages. And so they are not only looking to try to win a district championship. Win tonight assures them of a home playoff game, but they would need Ada to beat Sallisaw to have the district title. But they also want to get a little, let's just say, revenge, or at least payback against the Poto Pirates. Pirates going to prevent it. Senior night here, they themselves want some playoff.
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not the right one. No.
Well, we've got districts. Look at the district standings, though, and
that's not the. It's not updated. That's not the right one. Bring me the Poteau, please. Let's go to that. Need a win tonight in order for district championship possibilities. They need some help. Ada's playing Sallisaw tonight. If the Ada Cougars defeat the Sallisaw Black Diamonds, then the Savages would take on the district championship, the first time in 15 years since 2010. If you look at the all-time series, the Savages are 25-24. They hold the advantage over the Poto Pirates, which is almost surprising, Chris, considering how dominant the Pirates have been over the last 15 games against Broken Bow. They've won 11 of those 15.
And that's, during an era when the Poto Pirates have won a state championship, of course. And so that is surprising. But the Savages really kind of have formed a rivalry against this team. It was the two of those teams, throw the Hilldale Hornets, Fort Gibson in the mix, fighting for the district championship during those years. And they always seem to play well, most of the time play well against Poto. It has been the final game of the season for about the last 15 years or so. And so even if they're going out, even if there's no hopes of playoffs, that's the last chance for the seniors. And it winds up being a really tough football game. We expect nothing else tonight.
You can see that the Pirates are 7-2 on the season. This is first-year head coach Jake Hayes. He's also 7-2 career here at Poteau. You can see the games on the schedule. They have the loss to Ada, 35-49. They lost that game in the middle of the season. And then they lost again last weekend in a surprising upset to the Hilldale Hornets, 22-36. Those are their two losses, both of them in district play. You'll notice up in another common opponent besides the district teams, they also defeated McAllister in McAllister by a touchdown, 21-14. So there's some scoring there, Chris, that's a little bit Jekyll and Hyde. If you look at what Poteau has done, you look at a 31-30 win over Stillwell, a team we scored 70 against. They're a little bit hard to predict as to what kind of team the Pirates are going to put forward tonight.
And emotion may play well into that, as do injuries. And we noticed tonight that they appear to be going not with Sam Tekla. They appear to be going with a new starting quarterback tonight here in Poteau. Savages, of course, they have really thrown up some great numbers this season, Skip.
Let's take a look at them.
And this offense has the chance to become the most productive as far as scoring offense in Savage history. 394 points thus far in the season. And the record being
431.
431 for a regular season.
For the 10-game regular season, the most we've ever scored in the history of the school, 431 points. So the Savages tonight already have a single-game scoring record this season, 70 points against Stillwell. And tonight they could make the regular season point total mark as well. A prolific offense under head coach and offensive coordinator Maverick Lyon.
Yeah, look at that total 464 per game. And this is against defenses like Sallisaw, Ada, McAllister, the Durant, those big 5A schools. And keep in mind, 464 yards per game. That would put you really in a good situation if that was on your fantasy team, your NFL fantasy team. They have an hour to score that many points. Savages do it in 48 minutes.
They're, of course, led by our quarterback, number 4, Graydon Howell, who is having a prolific season of his own. He's already over 1,000 yards rushing for the season. He's also over 1,750 yards passing. Chris, this is a youngster with a bright, bright future, and I am proud to see him wearing black and gold for us for another season.
And if you look at that, and this total plays at the bottom of that stat, 257 total plays, 2,761 yards. That includes incompletions. So he is averaging over 10 yards per play. That is just I think that's unheralded for a quarterback in the history of Broken Bow High School.
I'm definitely going to agree with you on that. He's 102 completions off 175 attempts and just 4 interceptions this year. That's a very, very proficient. That's a very efficient use of it as well. When you look at what he's done, particularly moving the chains on third down outside the chains, we've seen it over and over again, not only getting first downs, but scoring on those types of plays.
And another stat we should try is third down efficiency, especially third down efficiency outside the chain. Savages, with his ability to run, have managed to convert 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20 into not just first downs, but touchdowns this season.
We're snooty.
We're going to talk about Snooty at halftime.
Oh, at halftime.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We've got a little feature on him. But look at Graydon's career. And, again, just didn't even play football in 8th and 9th grade, so is starting as a sophomore last year and has put up those kind of numbers over the course of 2 regular seasons. Savages only 10 games last season, and so just his 19th game as a starter last week, and he's already got over 5,000 total yards.
How many career touchdowns? 70?
Yeah,
Wow.
70. Yeah, 70, including that's the 34 rushing, 33 passing, and then 3 return TDs, and they won't even kick the ball to him anymore. I mean, I don't blame him.
Let's think about this for a second. He's only played 19 varsity games.
Yeah.
And one of them, his ankle was hobbled so badly that he could barely walk. This team that he played last year against Poto.
As well as the second half of McLean.
Of the McLean game as well. So really,
in
17 and a half games, this young man has scored 70 touchdowns at the varsity level. That is incredible.
And in incredible style, too. It's not just, he has made a couple of 1-yard touchdowns, but most of them, and the most memorable, have been him scrambling out of the pocket and against a pass rush and going 50, 60, 70 yards. He can score from anywhere on the field with his arms or legs.
Chris, let's take a commercial timeout while we have some activity here in the stadium, and we'll be back with more of the pregame and the kickoff in just a moment. This is Savage Football on YouTube.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
We all have stories. Stories inspired by culture, competition, creativity. Stories show our humanity. We are the Chata people, and these are our stories. See and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
Welcome back. We're just played the national anthem, and so captain should be coming out on the field for the opening. Leave it. You're fine.
Are we up?
No. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight one lucky contestant will get a chance to kick a 35-yard field goal to win $500. The Kick It In to Win raffle is sponsored by Studeville Dodge. Tickets are available at the
Welcome back.
concession stand.
Yeah, you see the Savage helmet inflated over there. Team about to come out. Haven't had the captains walk out to the field for the coin toss yet. Of course, it is senior night's last game of the regular season. It is a home game for Poto, so it is senior night for the Pirates. And
so, Chris, let's talk about this district ending here in week number 10. We didn't really get a chance to explain exactly what the stakes are tonight. I think the Savages can win the district championship with a win and a Sallisaw loss. So if Ada defeats Sallisaw tonight and Broken Bow defeats Poteau, it does not matter what the point differential is. Those things combined will give Broken Bow a championship.
Yeah, and that's because Broken Bow has their only district loss is to Sallisaw. If both of them finish with one loss, the next first tiebreaker is head-to-head. Sallisaw beat Broken Bow, they're district champs.
But the same is true for Ada with us, because if Ada beats Sallisaw, we're head-to-head with them, and we defeated them, so we would be district champions.
That's correct. And you don't need to go to points. You don't need to go farther than that for first place in the district. Right. That will determine it. Savages' first thing they have to do, though, is win here tonight at Poteau. That's the first piece of district championship. Now, a win here and a loss by Ada. If Sallisaw wins, they're district champ, but Broken Bow still places second in district and gets a home playoff game.
Even with a loss, the Savages can finish second in the district because it's a three-way tie, and we have the tiebreaker advantage at the moment, so it would depend on who loses and by how many points each of us lost by. So there's still a chance for the Savages to finish second, even if we should lose, but we're not even going to think that way tonight. Let's think about the Savages taking care of business here against the Pirates, and the Ada Cougars taking care of business tonight in Sallisaw, and the Savages would become the district champions. It would be the first time since 2010 that Broken Bow would be district champions if those things should play out. So it's a lot at stake tonight. We talked about the possibility of a scoring record as well, so that's certainly not something that's foremost on your mind. We just want to score to get the game going tonight. But if that should happen, we'll certainly be watching closely to pay attention to it. We've got still some pregame activities going on. We do have the captains at midfield now. And it looks like the Pirates have won the toss.
And I would note the captains again.
And they're going to take the ball, Chris.
Yeah, they're going to take the ball. We're going to see that possibly record-setting offense on the field first. And so it'll be the Savages headed by Graydon Howell. They're going to get that opening kickoff. And again, they've seen this Savage offense. You may even see an onside kickoff to open things up. I don't know. Savages can score from anywhere on the field, so got to be ready for that. Captains,
we're kicking.
Oh, we're kicking. Okay, I missed that part.
The Pirates won the toss and took the football.
Oh.
So the Savages will be kicking off. They'll be kicking from left to right here.
Well, I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to give Broken Bow's offense the ball either to start off the game.
So the Broken Bow Savages have been announced here, but they have not exited the tunnel yet. The Pirates, of course, come out of their tunnel.
I think they're going to say a team prayer there. At least some of the players are. You see them in the white uniforms with the gold helmets and gold pants, and that's I think that's the first repeat of the season, or we already had one of this.
No, I think this is the second repeat, yeah. We've repeated the black uniforms once and now the visiting uniforms. Although the first time we wore white on gold, I think we might have had white helmets on.
Yeah, I believe we did.
Against
Idabel.
Yeah, no, Idabel we were white on white on white. I've lost track because fashion mogul Maverick keeps me on my toes with this. But
it's the Broken Bow Savages, brought to you by Nike, Adidas, and I can't remember the other uniform.
Yeah, that's right.
Jordan. They also have Jordan as one set of those uniforms. So they are a good-looking football team, both in the way they play and the way they dress.
They're fired up. They've got a championship on their mind, and here they are. Pretty good crowd on hand, Chris. Savages always travel well to Poteau. It's not a bad trip. It is up over the mountain, but it's only about 90 minutes or so. We made the trip earlier today. Had a nice pregame meal.
Look at Graydon Howell. He ran out instead of going to the sideline, ran all the way to the end zone. He's got a deal to separate around there, but hopefully we see a lot of that tonight. Number 4 in the end zone for Broken Bow.
Would be perfect if we could. I am actually out in the crowd here, so I'm not sure what
embedded, so to speak.
I'm not sure what this loudspeaker is going to do to drown me out, but there's a possibility it may happen.
I think we're finding out in about 5 seconds because they're about to crank up some. Anyway, talk about this. We talk about the Savage offense in the pregame, but what about the Broken Bow defense? And now we're talking about a defense that has time and again bailed Broken Bow out. A couple of times the offense has turned the ball over, maybe in their territory. or had, we usually have pretty good punt coverage, but we shanked a couple, and defense comes up, gets a 3 and out. That Savage defense, led by Cade Pratt, has been dominant this season against most football teams.
Hey, Chris, I'm going to tell you something. The last 3 games, it's been a different defense than it was in the previous games in the season, and particularly the Ada game. What we saw was a scheme that we had not seen before by this team. Actually, any time since this coaching staff has been here, that's the first time we've seen them really pin their ears back, put pressure on the quarterback, go to cover 1 on the edges, and do their job. Get out there, stay man-to-man, knock the ball down when it's thrown at you, put pressure on the quarterback. I suspect that you'll see a lot of pressure on a freshman first-time starter tonight because Sam Tekla is in street clothes. The normal starter for the Poto Pirates at quarterback, he's in street clothes on the sideline, and his backup is a 14-year-old freshman that's never started a varsity game before.
And imagine being in those shoes, or those cleats, if you will, having to start your career in high school against the Broken Bow Savages in this defense. And we talk about Cade Pratt. It's not just him, though. Cale Ginn, those guys that rush from the outside. It's the entire defensive unit. The secondary has really stepped up. Sky Baker coming back from injury, making a huge impact, both literally and figuratively in the secondary. We expect to see more of that tonight. Of course, Baker, a team captain out there. And
well, I'm going to tell you something. If you are a high school football fan, you would not be in a bad spot tonight anywhere in this stadium. It is festive. It is exciting. They've got the fireworks going. They've got the loudspeaker and the big screen. This is a great night for football, and we've got a championship at stake just moments away from the kickoff as we get a full-on fireworks show tonight. We hope our Broken Bow offense puts one on after this.
Yeah, and you notice that if you notice those visiting stands, again, this is at Poteau. Savages have always traveled fairly well, but pretty full stand over there for a what is going to be a somewhat chilly eventually. They get down below 60, down into the 50s by the end of this game.
It is about 60 degrees right now. There's a brisk wind where I am standing that's blowing across the field from the visitor side to the home side. Let's set the stage for you tonight. The Savages in the white visiting uniform, gold pants, gold helmets, and they will be kicking the football off. You'll see the kickoff unit on the field. The Pirates in their home black uniforms, black on black with the red numerals and the white helmets, and they will have their kick return unit on the field to begin tonight. 4A4 district championship action tonight. 2 games to decide it all. Ada at Sallisaw, and this one, the Savages and the Pirates getting ready to rumble.
And we've seen this kid. We've seen the Savages may try. They've seen successfully executed a couple of onside kicks. Zaragoza getting that perfect 2-hop and then 1 big hop bounce. He can also place the ball pretty much anywhere on the field. And so we're about 4 seconds from getting underway.
Gadiel Zaragoza and the Savage kickoff unit set to get us started. And here we go. A high kick. Going to be fielded on the back pedal at the 26-yard line. Has some problems on the sideline, and there he goes down. The Savages, with great coverage, look like Maverick Soto, the first one to make contact with him, and the Pirate offense will set up at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10, just underway here in this contest.
That was Soto along with Kenny Brew in there on the tackle. That was a 0-yard return, and now we get to see how the Savage defense will stack up against this offense. In the past, they had Dax Collins. They ran a lot of misdirection. Collins, an excellent running back, able to get loose, but a little bit different both on their side and against this Broken Bow defense. Be interesting to see how things play out.
Cale Ginn on the edge along with Bentley Brown. In the middle, that's Jimmy Brown and Jackson Porter. Cade Pratt is the middle linebacker. Bladen Meddock and Brian Clay get the start. Here's a handoff, base play, straight ahead, nothing doing as the Savages plug it up. Nowhere to go, maybe a loss on the play. First TFL of the game goes for the Savages. He loses a half yard. It'll be 2nd and 11.
That's big Tyjon Murphy getting off the bottom of that pile along with Clay, and that was right. They just tried to make a base play, and there was no basis for it. Savage stuffed the middle.
Let's set the DBs for you. You've got Isaiah Fields out at one of the corners. You've got Javion Heath at the other. The safeties are Sky Baker, number 7, and number 22, Cole Patrick, all of them in coverage right now as the Pirates no longer in the single wing. They spread the field now. And a quarterback back, dropping back, wants to throw the football. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Clay has him at the 15-yard line. He lost the football momentarily. You saw the beanbag come out, but he recovered it as the Savages put the pressure on Chris. And just as we predicted, this freshman's going to have some problems.
2 tackles for loss to start it off. That's the way you want to do this series. And Clay made an excellent adjustment when the quarterback came back. He went a little outside, went unhindered into the backfield, straight at the quarterback, gets the sack.
Football at the 15-yard line. The line to gain is the 40-yard line. So, again, this is third down and an Uber ride for the Poto Pirates. It's just underway here, under 11 minutes to go first period. No score on the first possession of the football game. And the Pirates still looking at an empty backfield here. You're not sure who the quarterback is until they put somebody behind the center. Shotgun through his legs, and the whistle stopped it beforehand, so the snap did not occur. Timeout, Poteau.
Whoa, that was a lucky break. Although they may have called timeout, and that's why the quarterback was looking. I think that's probably the case.
10:41 left first period. We have a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. This is Savage football. We'll be right back. We'll be back.
Would like to give a special thanks to our dedicated band booster volunteers, Mark and Chris Williams, for taking care of.
He needs that headset. He needs that
We
headset.
all have stories. Stories inspired by culture, competition, creativity. Stories show our humanity. We are the Chutta people, and these are our stories. See and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
And welcome back as the Pirates are faced with third down and about 25 here. And we've got an opportunity here to force the Pirates into a fourth down situation and get the football for the first time.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Skip, is that you have a freshman quarterback back there, and he is going to be under some pressure.
He's going to run the reverse. The Savages have it sniffed out, but he still gets around the corner. He's got first down yardage up the sideline. The Savages make the tackle as he's at the 40. He got right to the – I thought when he crossed the first chain there, I thought he had the first down, but actually I think he made the line to gain also. Let's see where they spot him at, as the Savages give up the big play on the reverse that time.
And that's a familiar story on this field, is a misdirection play. Breaks the tackle, just one tackle, and there's nobody else there. They get the open field. So still, because of those 2 losses and that no return kickoff, they're only at their own 40. Savage is going to have to watch for a little misdirection, because I don't really think they have enough time on a play like that to get people downfield in order for the quarterback to throw. That should be your first read.
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage in a jumbo look here. They'll hand it off, lead play, straight ahead, positive yardage, bulls his way forward. Gain of 5 on the plays, down to 45-yard line. Make it the 46, a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
That's a good gain on first down. Lowered his shoulder and made contact with Sky Baker, but got through the first level there. And so decent blocking that time by the O-line for the Pirates.
Clock on the move, 9:42 left, first period. The Pirates on the move as well. They've got 1 first down so far, and now they face 2nd and 4.
Please go to the home concession.
Yeah, and a lot of time. The freshman quarterback, a lot of time expiring as they're still not out of the huddle. They may have to call a timeout. Skip, the play clock's already down to 10.
Thank you.
No, they're running this quickly to the line and not giving the Savages time to consider what's up there. And the Savages get him in the backfield this time. That looked like, who was that coming in?
That was Cade Pratt, that submarining, came flying through and went and knocked his legs out from under him.
Loss of a yard on the play.
Another TFL for Pratt, and that's going to put him back at 3rd and about 5.
Last time, the third down, we had a big third down play, and they converted it on the ground on 3rd and 25. Now they'll face 3rd down and 5, as the Pirates are giving us a look here that there's no spread in it. They don't even have receivers out. They've got everybody in between the tackles here. Now this time they'll spread it out, twins to the top, and a single receiver to the bottom side, 2 backs in the backfield. H-back now in motion from right to left. Here's the option play, pitches it to the outside. The Savages pursuing. Medoc has him. He's got him short of the line to gain. It'll be a 4th down and short, kind of in a situation here where the Pirates probably are going to make it 4-down territory.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to have to punt the ball to Braden Howell to return, and that was a good tackle, by the way, open field tackle, to keep him from getting the first down. But still, it's a 2 yards, and Savages really need to listen to the snap or watch the ball and not jump on the snap count.
They'll spread it out again. 3 receivers in the formation. Need about 1.5 yards here on 4th down. Savages disciplined up front. Look like they're rushing 4 this time as the 3 backers back off. Quarterback Taylor taking his time here, looking to the sideline. 4 seconds on the play clock. They're not going to snap this. timeout.
They
Pirates.
may
They've
wind
used
up
their
punting.
second timeout of the first period here, and they're going to punt the football, I think, on 4th down and about a yard and a half.
I think so, too. They do not want to give Brocabo a short field. But, again, that was, as you mentioned, good discipline by Savages, knowing the down and distance, knowing the situation and the tendencies, and just watching the ball, not jumping on a hard count.
I want to take this moment, folks, to remind you that these broadcasts are possible because of our media partners and our sponsors. They make all of these live stream events possible at no charge to you, free, right here on YouTube, and we appreciate them so much. We'll talk about them as the night progresses, but pay attention. Up in the corner of the screen, you see those rotating banners. Those are our media partners and our football sponsors for the year, and they are the reason that you can see this game tonight without having to pull out a credit card to do so.
Yeah, they're not in punt formation, Skip.
They sure aren't. They could quick kick it, though. 7:46 left first period. 4th down and about a yard and a half, and the Pirate offense on the field. Savages, and they're going under center, hard count. Quarterback sneak, and he's not even close. He is not even close as the Savages hammer him and will take over the football in Pirate territory at the 48-yard line. 1st down, here come the Savages.
Clay, Brown, Meddock. That was just Murphy. That was the entire force unit that went in there, and they made contact. That had no chance. They made contact with the quarterback before he took a step forward. That was a great move, firing off the ball once it was snapped by that Savage D. D did its job. Now it's time to see this Savage O.
Josh McDaniel will enter the game over the center. He'll have Hunter Shomo on one side and Sonny Freeman on the other. Lucas Curry and Aiden Hammonds are the tackles. We'll start with Braden Williams at the H and Snooty Neal in the backfield. Pistol formation. Here's Neal. Tries the left side. Has a little bit of room across the 48 to the 47-yard line. Just short of the 47. A short gain on the play to leave a 2nd down. Still manageable inside the chains.
That was decent blocking against the front 3 or 4, but then the linebackers, that second level, got to Neal before he could get up any steam.
So 33, Ryder Waddell is a sophomore, and he is a great football player. He's the linebacker that made the tackle there. Savages hard count. The Pirates move, but not off sides. They have 3 on the line here and 4 linebackers, so they're looking at a 3-4 design against Graydon Howell and the Savages. Graydon on the move, rolling left, wants to throw, now directing traffic, now tries to scramble. Turns it up at midfield to the 45, to the 40, 35, one move at the 30, to the 25, and down he goes at the 23-yard line. Graydon Howell on the scramble, making people miss, Chris, and he looks like a man among boys out there with the football in his hand.
He slipped down on that play, put his hand down to keep his knee off the ground, and then managed just to pick up about 35 yards. And that stutter step at the end to avoid that tackle right before he made that last final 5 yards is he should copyright or patent that move.
I wasn't sure he didn't put the football on the ground there. But
I think it was his open hand, his free hand.
Graydon with the snap, Snooty with the football, straight ahead, base play, right up the middle, a gain of maybe a yard on 1st down. The Savages once again facing a 2nd down and about 9 or so. He did, didn't he?
Yeah, he might have.
I'm pretty sure he did. That should have been whistled dead, but
smart to run. And Maverick Lang knew it. He ran another play.
Let me put it this way: if a call goes your way in LaFleur County, you just shut up and take it.
Yeah, or this year in McCurtain County.
Well, that's true. 6:07 left, clock on the move. First period, no score. The Savages on the move, just about a yard and a half away from the red zone here. They'll go shotgun formation. Graydon with Snooty in the backfield. Now motion, dropping back, wants to throw the crossing route. Nobody open. Rolling to his left now. Now he still wants to throw it. Fires it out. In and out of the hands of Kalel Flagg, the intended receiver, and that hit the receiver right where he needed it.
He was running in the same direction as Flagg, and he had just a perfect pass there. And again, it was thrown hard, but it had to be. Flagg, you got to catch those. But
yeah,
a nice job of Graydon to not force a throw, though. He kept scrambling until he found an open receiver.
Got a championship on the line, and the Savages just outside the Pirate red zone here. 3rd down and a little more than 9 yards to go. Pistol formation. Hand off to Neal, blocking up front, tries to turn it outside, has the corner, and he gets out to about the 15-yard line. He's inside the red zone, but it is 4th down, and looks like about 3 or so, Chris.
Well, definitely 4. Well, I say 4 down territory. I don't know. That's a short field. I mean, not a short field goal.
Have we seen a field goal attempt this year?
We have not.
I don't think so. I think we're going for it. 4th down and about 3 here. Pistol formation. They'll flip the power from right to left. That's A.J. Brannon, the tight end. Braden Williams, the H-back. Hard count. Nobody off sides. Play clock is down to 12. And now they have the play. Creighton back in there. Now he'll keep it. Tries the left side. He's got first down yardage to the 5-yard line. Still running, still scrambling. In the end zone. That's a Savage touchdown.
Snooty Neal with the lead block leveled one of the players, and Graydon Howell leveled 2 tacklers on his way to the end zone. That's again a 4th down conversion that we turn into a touchdown.
So Graydon Howell with his 71st career touchdown, and the Savages with an early lead off their first possession, 6-0 with 5:29 left first period. Point after attempt on the way. Cale Ginn will snap. Blake Skelton will hold, and Gadiel Zaragoza will try to put it through the uprights. It's a good snap, a good hold, and Zaragoza's kick is true. It's 7-0 Savages, 5:29 left first period. We'll be back with more Savage football right after this. And welcome back to, what is this, Costner Stadium, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Costner Stadium in Poteau, Oklahoma. The Savages with an early lead, 1 touchdown on their first possession here as they stop the Pirates on the opening drive. And now they will kick it off again. The Pirates will get their second possession of the football game. Really an impressive-looking offensive drive that time, Chris, as the Savages just kept it disciplined, stayed on there. The only thing they had really was a drop pass. Otherwise, they executed very, very well.
That was just textbook throwing and running the ball for Broken Bow.
Football fielded at the 25. This time he'll try the middle. The Savages have him pinned in, and now they'll corral him, knocking him backwards from the 30-yard line all the way back to the 25. His progress, however, took him to the 30-yard line, so they'll start in exactly the same spot they did last time, 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. 5:22 to work with here in the first period. They have 1 timeout on the board as they've used 2 already.
Again, good coverage on that kickoff as it was Clay, I think, initially making the contact there. And it looked like it was Morales that finally made the tackle back behind the point of original contact.
Savages with the same 11 on the field as far as the first-team defense is concerned. Looks like Fields out here on the wide out, all alone. Patrick head up with the slot receiver. Quarterback wants to throw the football, a little misdirection, and he's off to the races. And the Pirates are going to get a long touchdown off of a little tight end toss as they did the play action, Chris, and both the defensive backs bit in the line there, and the Pirates quickly, easily scoring there.
Both the big plays by the Pirates have been on misdirection. That's what they live by. That was well executed. The quarterback tucked the ball, ran toward the line of scrimmage, and then at the end did literally a jump pass, left his feet, and just threw the ball. Kind of the Tim Tebow look, if you remember back that far, and wide open, nobody there in the Savage secondary. That was a mental mistake by Broken Bow.
Well, the vulnerability of the defense for the Broken Bow Savages is evident if you watch them on film. And the Pirate coaching staff took advantage of it right there. So 1 play drive, 70-yard pass for a touchdown, and the Pirates have tied the game at 7-all. Let's stay right here.
Yeah, and that's that was normally you say, well, when the other team's relying on trick plays, it's obvious they can't move the ball. But if they can do that, they don't have to. And misdirection has been a hallmark of this offense for the Poto Pirates for at least the last 10 years. They have run that. They have run it. And so that's their offense here. That's not necessarily a trick play for them. It's just the way that they run things. That's play. It's literally play action. The action.
That was just play action is what that was. And the Savages bit. Both the cornerback on that side and the strong safety both bit on the fake, and he left the tight end wide open. Well, I don't know if that was the H-back or tight end. He came out of that tight formation. Either way, basically H and the tight end are the same position. So.
Yeah, and that's, football. One of the things I love about football is that it's such a physical game, but it's also a mental game. You have to play both aspects of it.
Savages with the hands team up front expecting an onside kick from the Poto Pirates, or at least prepared for one. The Pirates have it teed up. will kick from right to left. Again, there's a crosswind here, but not one that favors either team. Here's a soccer-style kickoff, backpedaling, mishandled. Savages now will pick it up at the 16-yard line, and he's hit immediately. Got about the 18-yard line. A nice job by the Poto Pirate coverage unit to put the Savages in a tough spot here at about their 18-yard line, first down and 10.
Yeah, now the momentum on that big play by Poteau has shifted, but Savage offense, again, can strike from anywhere. They've had a 91-yard touchdown pass. It was a short pass, but from Howell out to Neal, and Neal took it the rest of the way. So let's see if the Savages can strike like lightning.
Savages will send Khalil Flagg wide to the right side. That's Dejan Hall in the slot, same direction. They also have a split receiver to the top of the screen. Here's Williams flipping to this side of the offense. Neal will run behind Williams, turns it up at the 20, and a nice open field tackle. That's one of the down linemen busting through. Nope, that's Waddell.
That's Waddell again, man. He is all over the field. And he probably has the primary responsibility, and from his position he should, of watching where that back goes and mirroring.
Second down.
Savages will go with an empty backfield this time. 5 receivers in formation on a 2nd down and 8. Graydon with the football, quick toss to the outside. It's caught at the 25, still dancing. Now turns it up to the 29-yard line, out of bounds at the 30. That's enough. Stop the clock, move the chains with 4 minutes, 30 seconds left first period. The Savages with a 1st and 10 on the second possession of the football game.
John Hall showing his strength as he made that last 3 yards to get that first down by stiff-arming an opponent and advancing forward over him.
Quickly back up, same formation. Graydon with a hard count, nobody moved. Now they look to the sideline to get the play. Pistol with Snooty in the backfield. Twins to the wide side, ball on the left hash. Here's Snooty, lead play, straight ahead, not much there. No gain on first down. 2nd and 10.
I think he got 1, but that was about it.
Neal at the middle once again.
They are going to give him a yard.
And his forward progress took him there, but then he was moved backwards about 5 yards. That was a pretty good play thus far by the interior, the force unit for Poteau, and that's in large part because of that middle linebacker.
Clock continues to move, 4:10 left. Snooty and Graydon still in the backfield, this time shotgun. Now a penalty marker comes in. That's probably a false start. It is. False start against the Savages. They'll lose 5 from the line of scrimmage. That'll make it, it'll still be 2nd down, 2nd and 14 instead of 2nd and 9.
Probably the same play call. That doesn't alter that at this juncture with this down and distance.
Graydon with the count, fake handoff, play action, wants to throw it. Got an open receiver outside. It's Flagg who has it at the 36-yard line and falls forward near the 38. He's short of the first down by about 2 yards. And it will be 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
That was a great play for 2nd and that much yardage, 2nd and 14, as you put yourself within a couple of yards of getting another first down.
Ball on the right hash on 3rd and 2. Savages with the H-back to the left side of scrimmage. Twin receivers to the wide side. Shotgun formation. And Graydon takes the snap. It's a keeper. As he follows Neal to the line of scrimmage, he has the first down across the 40. Still moving. 44, 45-yard line, and out he goes. Stop the clock with 3:18 left here in the first period on the out of bounds, and the Savages with another set of downs.
Savages have found another version of that power offense, as once again, that was basically a direct snap. I mean, he just knows he's quarterback, but that was always going to be a run with Snooty Neal as the lead blocker. He takes out the first tackler, and Graydon does the rest, moves the chains.
1st and 10, the ball moves to the left hash this time. The Savages will flip the field, or the offense anyway, and go Twins wide right. Graydon, straight drop back, throws the football up downfield. It's a foot race on the left sideline, and Dejan Hall goes up and gets it. He comes down with the football in the red zone, Poto territory at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10, Broken Bow.
What a throw and what a catch. Hall well covered. Good coverage step for step. Hall went up over the defender, pulled down the football, got the first down. Man, that was just a strike thrown by Howell, though, into really good coverage, but he has a receiver that can go and make a play for him.
Pistol formation, Savages moving quickly. Neal's got problem in the backfield, and down he goes as that linebacker came in from the outside. That was the outside backer that time rather than the middle backer who came in on pursuit and made the backside tackle.
Yeah, and that was from the backside again that Savages developed, and Neal is a patient runner, but when you have a speedy linebacker on the backside, you have to watch that. On the other hand, if he reverses his field, that guy might get beat, and he has the other part, going reversing the field back to an open field against that kind of blitz.
Loss of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 14, all tied at 7 with 2:18 left in the clock on the move here in the first period. Graydon with a hard count, no snap. Now everybody looks to the sideline for the play. Trips to the wide side of the field. Graydon with the football. Dropping back, looking to that side. Now he steps up into the pocket. Now he's on the move. 20 to the 15, to the 10. Dodges a tackler at the 5, and he's into the end zone. Another Graydon Howe touchdown, and he was just playing Matador there. Well, he was the bull, and they were the Matadors.
He was both the bull and the Matador. First he did a little dodge, then he did a little charge and ran. Again, he avoided a tackler and then ran over a defender to get in the end zone for his second rushing touchdown of this football game.
With 1:56 left first period, the Savages will try to tack on another extra point, and so far, really, the Pirates have offered not much opposition defensively. The Savages have given up a big 70-yard touchdown, however, to the Pirates. Cadiel Zaragoza's kick is good, and the Savages lead it 14-7 with 1:56 left first period. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
We all have stories. Stories inspired by culture, competition, creativity. Stories show our humanity. They inspire us to greatness and remind us to be humble. Stories connect us to our communities and the rest of the world. We are the Chutta people, and these are our stories. See and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
Well, the Pregame Savages started that offensive possession at their own 18-yard line, and it did not take long for them to traverse 82 yards back into the Pirate end zone. And the Savages have doubled up on the Pirates here, 14-7. We've had 3 touchdowns already in this first period, Chris, and the Savages have not given up much more than 70 yards of total offense, but they gave up 70, and that was what was important on the last possession.
Yeah, that other big play balances out with the losses, but that long play action, that Savage defense, they're going to have to not bite on those. But, man, what about Graydon Howe putting on a clinic early in this football game?
Zaragoza's kickoff is a high one. Backpedaling, 24-yard line, fair catch, 25-yard line, fair catch, and the Pirates will have it 75 yards away, a minute 55 to work with here in the first period. They trail 14-7, and the freshman quarterback has his offense in the huddle here. And Chris, what we're seeing from them here is a little bit of a compact look as everybody's kind of bunched in behind the tackles, and we're seeing some misdirection. We're seeing some play action, and so far it's been effective.
Yeah, and the thing about that, with that bunched-up offense, when you do misdirection, you really just have to beat one guy.
Look at this now. We've got trips to both sides here. So they come out in another gimmick offense here. And we don't even have a quarterback. Now we do. They'll flip the quarterback back, and only 3 blockers in front of him.
That's going to be an illegal formation.
I don't think they had 7 on the line.
Yeah, once the quarterback dropped back, he was lined up in a tackle position. Once he dropped back, they only had 6 on the line.
I mean, we saw Stillwell do this, throw these junk looks at us, and I mean, some of it was effective because you haven't seen it, so you're not sure exactly. Your kids are not exactly sure what's going to happen, but and it may be that they've seen this from Poteau. I didn't watch every game, but I did watch the 3 kind of big games, and I didn't see this look. But now they've moved out of it.
Expect the unexpected.
1st and 15, 3 receivers in formation. They have a back in the backfield now, along with the quarterback. High snap, handoff. Looking for room. The Savages will bundle him up and get him down. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage, I think. No, he's short of it even. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 12.
Yeah, that was Brown in there on the Jimmy Brown in there on the tackle, and that's a tackle for loss. And I think Pratt was in there too.
It was 1st and 15.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Clock on the move, under a minute and a half left here in this first period. And Sam Tekla, the normal starter for the Pirates, is injured. So we're seeing couple of guys here go back and take snaps. Here's a snap, reverse. The Savages this time are in position. Throw it out. It's caught at the 29-yard line. That's going to be short of the first down. And it will give them a more manageable third down, however. Let's see where they mark him at. At the 31-yard line, that's Waddell on the catch. And again, Chris, a little misdirection, throwing the ball back across the field. The Savages were in the zone there. They just weren't tight enough to prevent the pass completion.
Well, you can see why they put this guy in at starting quarterback, though. That was a great pass over his receiver's shoulder, so he can throw the ball. And that, as you mentioned, it was across his body.
Yeah, now they have, so they're 13 and 14 are alternating taking snaps here, and you don't know which one as they line up in these wings, and now they'll send 13 back. That's the freshman. Low snap, rolling right, pump fake. Now he's got problems in the backfield. The Savages have him, and down he goes. Another tackle for loss, a sack credited to Bladen Maddock that time, but he had a lot of help containing the quarterback.
Yeah, he had 9 problems, and Maddock was 1 because he took him down. That's another tackle for loss, and that's, again, when you do that kind of offense, it is a little bit of gamble. It's like stunning on defense.
Clock is on the move here, nearing the end of the first period. I think that's going to do it. Let's see, unless they quick snap this on 4th down, which I doubt they will. And that's going to do it. The clock will run out on the first period. The Savages with a lead, 14-7 over the Pirates, and they should take possession off of this punt that ensues as we begin the second half. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back with more Savage football in just a moment.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
And welcome back. Start of the second quarter, and Savages lead 14-0. 14-7. Have a chance to extend that lead as they're about to receive a punt. At least supposedly about to receive a punt. One other score report: it is Sallisaw 7, 8-0 in the first quarter in that game.
Okay, I hope that changes. Savages looking for another offensive possession here. They've had 2 so far, and they have scored on both of them. Now we've got a bad snap or just a mishandled loose ball up in the air, and Jackson Porter has it, but he can't advance it. It's an incomplete pass.
Penalty marker's down.
Penalty marker. That was a confusing play all the way around.
Well,
I'm not sure exactly what happened.
I think the penalty is going to be a legal receiver downfield, as once he yelled fire, but when he yelled fire, I think the lineman took off downfield.
The Savages have possession here deep in Pirate territory unless they called a timeout, which I don't think they did.
Oh, no, they would have blown that dead had they called a timeout.
Well, what is the call? Because otherwise it's a turnover on downs.
They're marking off a penalty against Broken Bow.
Offsides against Broken Bow.
The call against Broken Bow.
Okay.
A 5-yard penalty, and it remains 4th down.
Well.
So step off 5, that'll put it at the 29-yard line. They still have 6 to go here, so I'm assuming they're going to punt the football. This is a different punter back there, however. That had Waddell back there earlier, and now they've got, looks like number 13, the quarterback.
Waddell's the up back.
Yeah. He's going to get the punt away, kicking it away from Graydon. It'll bounce and take a Savage bounce back inside Pirate territory, 46-yard line. That's where the Savages will take over. We are just underway, second period, 11:40 on the clock here before halftime. The Savages already with a 14-7 lead, and now they have their third offensive possession of the game, Chris.
Yeah, and the Savages have, again, I said earlier they used the pass. Well, they attempted a pass, but it turned into a Graydon Howell run. And that has been effective for him. Howell scoring both of Broken Bow's touchdowns, both rushing touchdowns of 20 and 15 yards. And so see if he can add some to that. Snooty Neal's been limited somewhat by that good linebacking of Poto.
McDaniel, Shomo, Freeman, Curry, and Hammonds up front. Graydon in the backfield, hands it to Neal, trying the right side. stock blocking out there, and he gets positive yardage across the 45 to the 44. We'll give him 2 on first down. We'll leave second down and 8.
Neal up the middle for
And again, well scouted. They've seen Snooty either, and that's a bread and butter play for Neal where he's running off tackle but has the opportunity sometimes to bounce it outside. That was closed off by the linebacking core. He had to just kind of lower his shoulders, actually kind of went backwards and got what he could get.
Savages with A.J. Brannon and Dejon Hall split wide left this time. They have Braden Williams and Khalil Flagg split wide to the right. 4 receivers, balanced look, ball in the middle of the field, Neal in the backfield. Graydon will follow Snooty through the hole. To the 40, steps high, to the 39, to the 36. He's got first down yardage. He's down near the 35-yard line as he crosses the line to gain. Stop the clock with 10:48 left first half. The Savages with a 1st and 10.
And once again, Hal just making those small stutter steps, just barely altering the route that he's running or the lane that he's running in, but enough to make him miss. Following his blocking, too. There was some good blocking by both Neal and the lineman on the outside there.
Yeah, they're moving a blocker out looking for 33, putting a hat on hat there. Here's Graydon in the pistol. This time faking to Neal. Now he wants to throw the football on the out route. It's caught by Hall at the 21. Turns it up 15 to the 10. He's out of bounds. Or is he?
He's in the
That's a Savage touchdown.
Oh, that was just acceleration after the catch. A good pass, but then it was Hall that turned it into a TD.
Wow. That was, they're a long ways across the field over there, but the way he stopped running, it looked like he stepped out of bounds, but the referee was right there with him.
Listen, these are not slow defensive backs, and right. Hall just blew past him.
10:19 left first half. The Savages up 20-7 with another extra point attempt on the way.
Graydon Howell has now run and thrown for a touchdown in every game this season.
Wow, that's impressive. There's a whistle before, and the plate is so it's an untimed down here, but I don't think we actually had the down because the side judge came in blowing the whistle
prior to the down. Yeah,
it was while the kick was happening, but we've got an injured player down. Uh-oh, that's not a good thing. Let's take a quick timeout. The Savages have a injured player on the field. We'll take an injury timeout and be back with more right after this.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow. Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
And welcome back to Costner Stadium. A very, very important football game for the Broken Bow Savages here. The final regular season game for all of these seniors. And the Savages with a chance tonight to position themselves for a home playoff game. So far, taking care of their own business, 20-7 after that scoring play, the touchdown. And the Savages bring the offense on. Here's a handoff to Cade Pratt, and he steps into the end zone for the two-point after. And it is 22-7. The Savages lead the Pirates, and they have the 15.
That's why they went for 2. I say, why are they going like it? It's because 2 points gives you the 15 points for the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I think they went for 2, though, because they had a half the distance penalty, and they got one of their players hurt. So I think that's why they did it. But either way, they scored. 22-7, 10:19 left here in the first half. And the Savages will be kicking off again. And again, if you're just joining us late, we set the scene for you earlier about playoff positioning. The Savages can finish in third place with a loss, but they can do no worse than second place with a win. Right now they have a 15-point lead, so if they continue to conduct their business the way they are, they will clinch a home playoff game for next week, but there's still a lot of football to play. Again, 10 minutes, 19 seconds left just here in the first half. That was Achilles Pearson, by the way, who was the injured player. Looked like an upper body injury. We may not see him again.
Maybe in that shoulder it could have been a stinger because those are extremely painful, but they're luckily not that serious usually.
Zaragoza tees it up at the 40-yard line. He's kicked it in the vicinity of the 25 all night tonight, but he's kicking in the other direction. Here's a high kick. It's backing him up to the 17, 18-yard line across the 20, 25, some room to run at the 30. Savages make contact with him at about the 33, and he falls forward at the 34, maybe the 35-yard line. Looks like they're moving in at the 35, and that's where the Pirates will take possession.
That was great pursuit by Berto Morales, who ran past him, of course, in his lane, and then turned around and caught him from behind when he tried to make a stutter step.
So the Pirate offense have one touchdown on the board. That was a 70-yard pass play earlier in the quarter, in the first quarter, that is. They have stayed in a tight formation a lot of the night, but they've spread the field here with a balanced look. Twin receivers to both sides. Now they'll flip the freshman back to take the snap. Low snap, picks it up, wants to throw the football. He's got an open receiver. It's Waddell, and again, they've burned the cornerback for another long touchdown. Well, they're going to get him down, so he didn't score. But that has been a liability all season, Chris. And I mean, I'm not trying to call out anything here, but that has been the weakness of the Savages.
Well, and that's the thing. You get him hurt, and that was Heath that did a good job of running him down. But I think that was his man and his coverage, either his man or his zone, and so a good job to prevent the touchdown. But that is another huge play by through the air by the Pirates.
So the Pirates will. The football on the 4-yard line, another red zone possession. Clock on the move, 9:43 left first half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, but they have an opportunity here. They'll send Waddell back into the huddle on this 1st and goal. Everybody inside the tackles here. Handoff straight ahead, and the Savages submarine. And we'll get him down. He's going to get a gain of about a yard, it looks like, to the 3-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 3.
That stopped by Meddock and Ginn getting in there. I think it might have been Patrick from strong safety position coming up at the end and hitting him.
Football at the 3. Clock on the move. 9 minutes left first half. And the Pirates looking for their second score. Same formation as they're quickly back up. Quarterback under center. Toss play. Tries the right side. The Savages have him. Pushing. Can't get there as they do a good job. And that was a nice, strong tackle by Sky Baker coming up from free safety to put him on the ground and not let him get it to the goal line.
And Clay did what he needed to do, which is make contact from behind, grab him, hold him, and wait for help. Sky Baker there to finish him off. Savages doing good gang tackling, forcing a 3rd and goal. And maybe they can hold on for 2 more plays. I do not think that the Pirates are going to kick a field goal in this situation. I think if it winds up with 4th down, they're going to go for it.
Little more than a yard to go. Let's call it a yard and a half here. 3rd and goal. Clock on the move. 8:19 left first half. Quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Everybody in tight. And the penalty marker comes in. If that's a false start, Chris, that's going to move them back 5 yards.
And that is a huge penalty in that situation. I think it is.
Illegal motion.
Yeah, everybody. It looked like everybody in their on their offense other than the center moved at the same time.
So now this is 3rd down again, though. So they still have an opportunity. 3rd and goal. They'll move the football back outside the 6-yard line. So they've got about 6.5 to go here on 3rd down and goal.
And if you notice, they changed personnel, which means they're changing the play call. We may see some more misdirection, and they may go with a hard count as well.
Savages put Graydon Howell in the game and take Javion Heath out of the football game. They'll spread the field here with that same formation we saw before, 3 receivers to both sides. And now a timeout. They will use their final timeout of the half here because that formation was not legal the first time they lined up in it, and it wasn't going to be legal that time either.
The rules haven't changed in the interim between the first quarter and now. And if the Savages manage to pull this off, what a stand by Brokobo's defense after giving up a huge play down to they have 1st and goal at your 4-yard line, and you manage to stop them twice. They add a penalty. Pressure's on, though. This is the kind of play you need to do.
That's why you never, ever give up on a play.
Right.
Even if you get beat on the pass, you chase him down if you can.
How many times have you seen, and again, over career, but a receiver wide open or a running back wide open kind of stumble, lose his feet, regain his footing, but then there's nobody there to catch it?
So here they come. This time they think they've got it figured out. I don't think they have because they still got a slot receiver over here, and they need both of those guys have to be on the line, don't they? Because you got 1, 2, 3 in the middle. 4. They still don't have 7 on the line.
They don't. One, no, they have 2 out on the far side.
Unless they're saying 52 is in, but if so, he's not an eligible receiver, so it really doesn't matter.
Unless he checked in.
It doesn't matter. He's not on the end of the line.
Right.
Here's a pass play out. It's caught, and the Savages are right there. They have smothered it up. Bentley Brown, the first to make contact. He had some help from 72's Hajan Murphy, and the Savages have stopped them. 4th down and goal now from outside the 8-yard line.
After giving up 1 play for a couple of yards, they've had 3 consecutive plays and a penalty for loss.
So the Pirates, see if they stay in this junk offense. I think they're going to, in fact. They've got the same personnel on.
I think you're going to do that jump pass again where the quarterback tucks it, runs, and then jumps up.
Now they bring another blocker in. Now they'll flip. They're not sure what they're doing. Now they have 5 on the line of scrimmage up front. Now they're back legal. Shotgun formation. The freshman trying the left side. Reverse play, and the Savages sniff it out this time. Stiff arm. Savages have always blocked him off, but the Savages will stop it anyway. So 4th and goal fails. And with 7:17 left first half, the Savages will have the football again.
Again. 1st and goal from the Broken Bow 4-yard line, 0 points. Yeah. Outstanding play by Broken Bow's defense.
Hats off to the Savage defenders for making that stop after giving up the big play. They are able to keep the Pirates out of the end zone. So the score remains 22-7, 7 minutes, 17 seconds left. First half, the Savages, let's see who they come out with. Same 5 up front. They've got Dejon Hall in the game, slot receiver. A.J. Brannon, the tight end. Braden Williams, the H-back. That looks like Khalil Flagg split the other way. Hand off to Neal, trying the right side of the offense. Reverses his field to the 15, to the 20-yard line, still running to the 25, and then knocked out of bounds near the 30-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 29. That's enough for a Savage 1st and 10 with 7:06 left here in the first half. 1st and 10, Broken Bow.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. 17 took that inside angle from the backside, trying to get to Neal inside. Neal, smart play by Neal as he saw it that time, took a step back and got to the corner on the backside.
Yeah, a little unplanned misdirection by Broken Bow that time. Pistol formation, Graydon with a hard count. That's got to be offsides. Come on, guys. Didn't he step across the ball? No call. 7:06 left. Clock stopped on the out-of-bounds play. Graydon rolling right, fires the football, and it's caught.
No.
Incomplete. In and out of the arms, it looked like. Maybe, I couldn't tell if it bounced off the turf or not.
No, it did hit Hall in the hands, but it was tipped at one point, or it came out of either tipped or came out of Graydon's hand a little wrong. But it was not, it was kind of almost going end over end, and Hall couldn't hang on to it. He also had a defensive back hit him immediately upon him touching the football.
Savages go with trips to the wide side of the field with the ball on the left hash mark. They've got Brannon into the short boundary as a split receiver. Neal and Howell in the backfield. Here's Graydon with the snap. He'll hand it to Snooty, to the 30. Still pushing to the 35, across to the 37, maybe the 38. Let's see. He's short of the line to gain, but not by much.
And it seems like they're starting to wear down that defensive front. Skip, how many times this season have we seen this? In the second and fourth quarters, Broken Bow's conditioning takes over, and they start moving the ball.
Here we go. 3rd down and 2, we'll call it. Savages with split receivers to both sides. And their strength on the right side of the offense here. Neal and Howell in the backfield. Graydon on the scramble, trying to lead play. I don't think he got there, Chris. I think he's short of the first down line gain.
He's close. I think maybe half a foot.
Now, where the side judge is coming in, he's stopped short almost by a yard. 6:09 clock on the move, and the Savages now with a decision on a 4th down and very short. I suspect they'll put the power in and try to power over the Pirates for this 1st down.
Yeah, it looks like, well, they've got Dejon Hall split out wide.
They've got Pratt and Maddock in the backfield. Snooty in the pistol behind Graydon. Hard count, and this time the Pirates do jump over the line, jump over the ball. With 5:42 left, the Pirates have given the Savages an easy 1st and 10.
Let's talk about the discipline of this Savage offensive unit. They had 1 illegal procedure, false start penalty, early in the game, and since then they've, as you said, maybe got them to jump offsides, but certainly in this critical situation, and they get to move the chains on this one.
You know, it's been a game without a lot of penalty markers, so the referee's not really involved in the game. That's the way I like them. 5:30 left, clock on the move. Graydon with the football, hands it off to Snooty, tries the left side, turns it up 45, midfield, into Pirate territory, 45, and then rumbles his way down to the 41-yard line. Stop the clock with 5:19 left. First half, move the chains. The Savages with a 1st and 10.
What a great run by Snooty Neal. He does something that I love to see as a former running back. I'm sure the coaches love it. When he starts to make contact, he's pumping his arms, and when he starts to make contact, clamps both hands on the ball until he gets through, which he did, and then it's free running again.
They'll wind the clock, and the Savages will reset the offense. 1st and 10, 41-yard line, Pirate territory. Clock moves under 5 minutes left here in the first half. 22-7 is our score. The Savages in front. Now they'll flip the receivers. That's Williams and Hall, and I think the Savages are going to take a timeout.
Yeah, well, they a little confusion maybe with the play call, but the play clock was down to about 2 when they started shifting receivers.
Timeout on the field. We'll take one, too. 4:51 left, 22-7 Broken Bow. We'll be right back.
We all have stories. Stories inspired by culture, competition, creativity. Stories show our humanity. They inspire us to greatness and remind us to be humble. Stories connect us to our communities and the rest of the world. We are the Chutta people, and these are our stories. See and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
Well, the Broken Bow Savages are on the move with 4:51 left before halftime. They have a 1st and 10 in Pirate territory at the 41-yard line. They lead the Pirates 22-7 in a game they need to win to keep their district championship hopes alive. But right now, the Sallisaw Black Diamonds lead 8-10-0. Here's a quick pass out to Dejan Hall in the backfield to the 40, 35-yard line. First down across the 30, and he's still pushing forward. Man, strong running by the wide receiver to push it down inside the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Broken Bow.
2 different kinds of strength showed by the Savages. You have Snooty Neal running into linebackers, having a little trouble. But Dejan Hall's running against defensive back. He is a big, strong kid. Ran over 2 that time.
Pistol formation, Graydon, hard count. Now they'll look to the sideline. To finish that thought a moment ago, Sallisaw leads 8-10-0 first half up in Sequoia County. Here's the snap. Neal with a lead play. Now he'll reverse his field. Back to the left side. Has some blocking. Brannon's going to get called for blocking back to the inside. And the Savages will lose 10 on a spot foul. 4:13 left here in the first half. That'll stop the clock, and the Savages will be back at the 29-yard line, and we'll replay that down.
Again, and you can't really, when there's a holding or blocking in the back call, it obviously might change the dynamics of the play. But once again, that was Snooty Neal.
So he didn't call that from the spot. He called it he marked it from the line of scrimmage for some reason. But they called a spot foul, and then they marked it from the line of scrimmage. But whatever, we're not going to complain about it. 4:13 left.
Well, the line of scrimmage is a spot, just not where the penalty.
Just not
occurred.
the proper one in
right.
that case. Trip receivers wide side. Graydon, straight drop back, 3 steps. Now he'll throw the ball up. He's got a receiver to run under it, but he overthrows him into the back of the end zone, and the clock stops with an even 4 minutes left before halftime. The Savages with a 2nd down now and about 20.
Boy, that was a quick pass. And, it literally about a second and a half after the ball was snapped, and he went to the air.
Yeah, it was really just a kind of a timing route. It wasn't really a fade. It was more of a stretch, more of a go route. And he just threw the ball up at a spot there, and Dejan either got tied up with the DB and couldn't get to it, or it was just a little overthrown one way or the other. Pistol, handoff Neal. On 2nd and 20, he's caught in the backfield, and down he goes, a TFL. Number 17 on the tackle, the outside linebacker again.
And again, this is a kind of developing into a story. I mean, we talked about 33, the middle linebacker, but on that backside, it's been him stunning and getting tackles for loss, or Neal getting past him and getting big plays. He won that one, and so that puts Broken Bow in. We've seen this situation, Skip, 3rd and forever.
Yeah.
That has been a big play down for the Savages this season, though.
38-yard line. And it's 3rd down. Obvious passing down. Graydon will roll right. Looking downfield, now sets it up, fires it to the back of the end zone, running again, and again it's overthrown.
Boy, and Hall was streaking down full speed and was open on that play.
It's 4th down.
So I'm not sure if that's a wind-aided thing there? I mean, it's got some that crosswind maybe carrying the ball.
Well, look at that flag. You can't really – that flag in the end zone is huge, and it is streaming all the way out to the end.
No, it's a strong wind. There's no question about it. It's just not favoring the quarterback, but it could be a crosswind that actually helped that pass.
Savage is showing punt.
A.J. in the punt formation at midfield. He'll take the snap. High end-over-end kick will bounce at the 15-yard line and goes out of bounds at the 14. And the Pirates will take possession. 3 minutes, 4 seconds left in the first half. 22-7, the Savages lead the Pirates on offense when we return. Let's take a short timeout. We'll be right back with more Savage football.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com.
And welcome back to Costner Stadium. Skip Copeland along with Chris Chandler as the Savages in a very important district game here that they right now have control over. 22-7 they lead, but the offense stalling that time after a couple of disconnects on the passing. They had an open receiver, but just for some reason Graydon throwing it a little long for Dejan.
And there was a penalty following that, so it marks the ball back inside the 10 at the 9-yard line.
So from the 19 back to the 9. First and 15 here. Oh, that was the 14. Here's a pass up the lob, and a nice play defensively that time as the Savage defensive back went up, put a hand on the football. That was Isaiah Fields.
That was Isaiah Fields. A beautiful play, running step for step again, and just when he sees the eyes of the receiver look up, turns, gets his hand, and knocks it loose. That ball was kind of on the money, but a great defensive play by Isaiah Fields makes it an incompletion.
If you notice how that ball was a little nose up, I do think this wind is affecting those passes.
Oh, I guarantee you it is.
Yeah. Second down and 15. Shotgun formation, 3 receiver set. Good snap, straight drop back. Ball's tipped at the line of scrimmage, but caught anyway. And Heath has him short of the first down, however, as he's inside the – well, no, he's not. He's at the 19-yard line. That's where he's going to be stopped. Clock continues to run with 2:39 left. They'll stop it now.
Timeout, Broken Bow.
Broken Bow will take
yeah, because the Savages
Pirates don't have it.
Pirates don't have any, and Savages would like to first of all talk things over. This is a big third down. I can't imagine Poteau going for it, even if it's like 4th and 1.
Well, this may be a clock management thing as well, as Maverick wants to make sure there's some time on the clock. If he stops this third down and gets a punt back, he wants a couple of minutes to work with. We'll get the football to start the second half. So this is one of those things where you can kind of pile on if you can score at the end of the half and then get the kickoff to open the second half.
And keep in mind, if they can prevent the first down conversion on this play, or third down conversion as it would be, the wind is in the face of the Pirates, and so if they do punt, they're going to have to punt into the wind.
2:39 on the game clock. We are in the second period. The Savages 22, the Pirates 7. We sometimes are not able to get the scoreboard camera on in these away games, and so tonight is one of those nights. I'll keep you updated, though, if you'll just hang in there with us. We'll give you the score as frequently as possible and the time. Third down and about 5 here. Straight drop back, and here comes Clay and the penalty marker, and the Savages are going to give him a first down as Clay came in on a blitz out from the outside and made a perfect pursuit on the quarterback, but I think he got him up above the shoulder pads, and they're going to call that a penalty.
Yeah, he got him up above the shoulder pads with his bicep as he slammed it into his face mask, but that is an illegal hit.
And if you don't grab it, it's not a face mask penalty, but they could call him for hitting him above the shoulders. And they do. Personal foul. They're calling it a face mask.
Call against Broken Bow. It'll be
well, he did hit the face mask.
He did. He hit the helmet with his upper body, with his arm. And
shame, because that was perfectly read. He didn't buy the play action fake at all. He was on a beeline to the quarterback just at the very end. Again, made a solid, hard hit, just in the wrong place in the body of the quarterback.
Clock moving, 2.5 left, 1st and 10. Pirates on the move, firing it out. Wow, Graydon almost had that off the bounce. Hit the Pirate receiver in the hands, and that was a really hotly thrown ball, Chris. This freshman's got a good arm on it.
He has a good arm, but also I think part of that might have been panic as he was under a little bit of pressure as well. Great coverage, though, as he tried to thread it in between 3 Savage defenders, and no doing on that. Good defense by Broken Bow. That does stop the clock, by the way.
So what you're saying is that was an adrenaline-aided pass.
Yeah, I will say that. Yeah.
I don't blame him when you see those big guys coming in.
And after getting clocked on that last play, too. Now, different quarterback this time.
Yeah, they moved 14 back, and now they've moved before. Yeah, that's a false start. Yep. They'll stop the clock with 2:22 left. Here in the first half, back them up 5. It'll be 2nd and 15. Savages with Jackson Porter and Jimmy Brown in the middle. Cale Ginn and Bentley Brown on the edges. Bladen Mennock and Brian Clay are the outside backers. That's number 0, Cade Pratt, the middle backer. Sky Baker in the football game at safety. That's number 22, Cole Patrick, out here along with Graydon Howell on the left side of the defense, and that's Isaiah Fields, the cornerback, along with Sky Baker, the free safety, up on the right side of the defense. Here's a good snap, straight drop back, wants to fire the football out, timing route. Waddell can't handle it, and it will fall harmlessly incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 2:17 left and face a 3rd down and 15, so they stop the clock on their own that time, Chris.
And that means that the Savages, should they get, again, 3rd and long this time, should they be able to get a stop here, we'll get the ball back in plenty of time with 1 timeout left to put points on the board.
You know, the Savages still have a timeout to work with, and if they can force a 4th down situation, it looks like the Pirates are going to have to throw here on 3rd and 15, unless they just try a misdirection just to keep the clock running. They'll fire it out. It's caught at the 20-yard line, turns the corner 25, and the Savages will chase him out of bounds. That's Cole Patrick and Cade Pratt pushing him out of bounds into the Pirate sideline. He's got positive yardage, well short of the line to gain, however, and it will be a 4th down. Clock stops at 2:10 on the out of bounds, and the Pirates will be in punt formation with 4th down and 10.
Good stop by the Savages. Gave bent but didn't break, gave up some yardage but not nearly enough. Didn't get back to the original line of scrimmage, and now they have Graydon Howell back to receive the punt. Howell also in on that stop as well, put an assisted tackle up on his stats.
Graydon waits for the punt at the midfield stripe.
I don't think he's going to get it. I think they're going to kick it far away from him.
Here's a good snap. Ball's on the ground, however, but he gets the kick away. It's not even going to go across the line of scrimmage. It will bounce out of bounds, and the Savages will have it 20 yards away with 2:02 to work with here in the first half. They already have a 15-point lead at 22-7, and I'm sure they are smelling the end zone right now to try to get in. And this is that situation we talked about. Get points going in, get points coming out.
That's right. That's points in, points out. Pipo, if you will, if you're an accountant.
Yeah.
And the punter understood the assignment on that. Kick it as far away from number 4 as you can, and it definitely went away from him.
Got a 10-yard penalty being tacked on at the end of it as well.
That may be for something that was said.
No, it was a
conduct to call against
yeah, it was in sportsmanlike conduct. So it's a 15-yard penalty, but it was a half the distance because of where it was at. So it goes to the 10-yard line. So it's unsportsmanlike call. And
on the coach.
I don't think
it was a player fighting his own players for Poteau.
I don't think it was on. Yeah.
No, it was like they were.
2:02 left first half. The Savages in the red zone, 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Here's the snap. Graydon rolling to his left, looking for an open receiver. Sidearms it out, and it's picked off. That was a bad decision as Graydon was looking around the back of his blocker, and they will not get points. And that's 17 again, Chris. That's number 17 with the pick.
Boy, he's having a whale of a game. He's
really is.
Player of the game so far for the Pirates, but 1:55 left. Again, I don't know. If you're the Pirates, do you take a chance? You want to get first down. You like to get a touchdown. I don't know if you go and air it out here, though. Savages can kind of play prevent defense.
The most successful plays they've had tonight have been big plays off of this kind of situation. They're not going to do that here, though. Lead play, straight ahead. Yeah, they don't have any timeouts left. We only have one, and so I think it's all academic at this point. The Savages had their shot and blew it.
Perry up the middle.
1:43 left, clock on the move, and
second down.
they'll have to snap it probably twice more. Play clock down under 25 seconds now, so the Pirates will take their time in the huddle. They're happy to just let the clock run.
They take the delay of game. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're happy to just let the clock run. Ryder Waddell enters the huddle with the play. And now the Pirates quickly to the line of scrimmage. They'll snap it with 1:15. Handoff, lead play, ducks his head. Pratt's there along with other Savages. Bentley Brown getting up. And they'll help him up off the bottom of the pile. He does get positive yardage, again up near the 18-yard, or excuse me, that's the 13-yard line. We're under a minute left first half, 3rd down and 7.
If they don't convert here, the Savages probably will use that final timeout and force them to punt and hope to either
get a punt return.
Yeah, get a punt return or get in scoring position because one play.
Or you could get a block. I mean, the kid
had low snaps a couple of times.
Yeah, though that was a good snap. The kid just mishandled it. They'll have to snap this with 30 seconds left, and they snap it before that, actually, and they fall down in the backfield. Savages probably should call the timeout here. Yeah, take your timeout, guys. Yeah.
Number 33, Ryder Waddell, the ball carrier.
30.2 seconds left first half. Let's just stay right here.
Timeout.
As the Savages use their final timeout. So here's the situation that we've got. The Savages will have forced a punt situation on 4th down and 8. And probably will not get a chance on a return, but would get a chance to have an offensive snap at the end. And perhaps more than one if they throw the ball and the clock stops on incompletion or out of bounds.
Yeah, because the clock will start when the ball is snapped on the punt. So normally you might take about, depending on it, you don't let it roll a long way. It might take about 10 seconds. But even with 15 seconds, you have time for probably 2 plays.
Harper McConnell.
Savage defenders have done a good job this half outside of a couple of really kind of just missed assignments. They have one that was a missed tackle, I would say. We had a chance at him and just didn't get him to the ground, and then he had an open sideline. That was the touchdown itself. And then we just had a missed assignment in coverage on a big play, but then the Savages chased him down and didn't let him get in the end zone, so they redeemed themselves. Here is a 4th down. And the Pirate punter stands on his own goal line with 30.2 seconds left first half. Graydon Howell awaits the kick. 27
yards from the line of scrimmage. I mean, Graydon's really close. He's not going to let them short kick it. They're going to have to try to kick it over him.
Yeah, then I don't think they can. As we've watched them.
With that win, I don't think
we've watched them in the pregame and in this game, I don't think they can kick it over his head. I think he's in the right spot. They're probably going to rush him pretty hard. No, they're not. They're going to stand up. And then now he gets a good kick. Graydon's going to get away from it and let it bounce to midfield into Savage territory and down at the 45-yard line. Pirates get around it and
that was a smart play. The clock doesn't stop until you down it, even if the ball's sitting there. So Graydon ran over there and fell on it.
Yeah, it actually should. When it rolls dead, the referee should whistle it dead.
But he wasn't going to, and so Graydon did the smart thing, went over there and fell on it to give Brookbo possession with 18 seconds left.
So the Savages are 55 yards away. They have 18.4 seconds to work with. And we'll see what they come out with. I'm sure they're going to try something. They've got something in the book that they will give a go here. Same 5 up front on the offensive line, as we've seen all night. With the H back in tight. That looks like Sky Baker at the H here. 3 receivers in formation. Graydon going to roll to his right, just looking for a chance to run the ball. Now he'll reverse his field. Has a broken tackle to the 45 in Pirate territory, to the 40, jump stop, still on his feet, 35, and down he goes. The Savages can't even clock it. So that's a great run. It'll add to the offense. They'll stop the clock long enough to move the chains. We got a penalty. We got a penalty at the 40-yard line in Pirate territory.
32-yard line. Penalty markers down.
So the clock stops with 5.3 seconds left, and the Savages are going to be penalized, it looks like. So that run by Graydon Howell will be positive yardage, but it will be negated at least partially by a penalty, and if it's a spot foul from the 40, it will go back in between the chains, and it'll replay first down. Here we go. Let's see what the referee has to say. Penalty, personal foul against Broken Bow. Personal foul against Poto, offsetting, replay the down. Well, That's no good.
Yeah,
we used all the time.
Yeah, you don't reset. If you don't reset the clock.
Were they personal fouls during the action?
Personal foul against Broken Bow and personal foul against Poteau. Those penalties will offset.
If they were both live ball fouls, you're saying they might put 13 seconds on the clock? Or?
No, they're not going to put any time back on it, no. But if it was a dead ball foul, the play stands is what I was getting at. So if it happened during the action, then they've got the right call here. I didn't see it.
I didn't either, but I was watching Hal.
I was too, and whatever it was, it happened up near the Broken Bow sideline. Savages with a 3-receiver set. Hal in the gun. He's going to drop straight back and just throw it deep. Nope, he's going to throw it across and see if his open receiver can break a few tackles to the 50, 45, still running, 35, 30-yard line, caught by the shoulder pads and then brought down. A.J. Brannon with a pass and catch. He'll get some positive yardage in the stat book, but the Savages will go in without points. 22-7, the Savages lead the Pirates at the half. They have the 15-point tiebreaker advantage, but they have some work to do still with a few mistakes that they made there, Chris, in the half that probably could have been corrected, but the Savages overall did a really good job stopping the Pirates defensively.
Yeah, this is a team, keep in mind, this is a team that beat them 31-0 last year. Savages looked dominant in this game, but they're going to have a lot of help as Ada is down 17-0 against Sallisaw here. And so unless Cougars come back, Savages really playing for second place in this district. But again, you're playing for second place in this district.
And you're playing for a home playoff game.
Right.
And even at that, so the Savages would be tied with, the Savages aren't going to lose this game. I'm not even going to talk about it.
Perish the thought.
Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about it. It's not a scenario. It's not a possible scenario anymore in my mind.
Yeah, they do look dominant. I mean, they did give up those 2 huge plays, but for the other 42 plays or whatever that have occurred in that first half, it was Broken Bow looking like a dominant team. Again, 22-7, and you have a Hal 20-yard run, a Hal 15-yard run, and then a Hal past a Hall for 32 yards. And so Savage offense doing what it needs to do. Have put 22 with the 2-point conversion run by Pratt. Have put 22, and they are 18 points away from tying the all-time record in a regular season by Broken Bow.
Oh, hey, that's a good point. I've forgotten about that.
Yeah.
So they need 2 touchdowns, don't they? No, they need 3. They need 3.
3 touchdowns will do it, yeah.
So they are still chasing the regular season scoring record. Technically they're not chasing it because
that's not on
their radar.
On their radar.
We're the ones that are aware of it.
Yeah, we're aware of it. But it's a nice recognition of how potent this offense is. So, and
so what's your plan? What's your plan here for the half? You want to take a break?
I was going to take a break, let people see all our sponsors, and then come back and we'll talk about this offense, this team, and we'll talk about a certain head coach that came to Broken Bow and is possibly going to set some records here. And certainly it is in character for Maverick Lang as he kind of did the same thing when he came in at Meeker. We'll look at the similarities between those 2 schools and how those 2 football programs develop after these breaks.
All right, there you have it. We'll be back with more Savage Halftime right after this.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
We all have stories. Stories inspired by culture, competition, creativity. Stories show our humanity. They inspire us to greatness and remind us to be humble. Stories connect us to our communities and the rest of the world. We are the Poto people, and these are our stories. See and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
We all have stories. Stories inspired by culture, competition, creativity. Stories show our humanity. They inspire us to greatness and remind us to be humble. Stories connect us to our communities and the rest of the world. We are the Poto people, and these are our stories. See and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
We all have stories. Stories inspired by culture, competition, creativity. Stories show our humanity. They inspire us to greatness and remind us to be humble. Stories connect us to our communities and the rest of the world. We are the Poto people, and these are our stories. See and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
And welcome back. Poteau, Oklahoma, Costner Stadium. Skip Copeland, Chris Chandler, and joined now by Savage Head Wrestling Coach Dustin LaSalle. Hi, Coach.
Hey, man. How's it going? How's it going
Give
tonight?
him a little more volume, would you? There you go.
Yeah, we got a very loud band here, which is good. They like the Promo Pride Marching Band. They had straight superiors at regional competition, and so proud of that. Savage is proud of that football team. Currently a 15-point lead, 22-7 over the Poto Pirates here on the Pirates' home turf. And I literally mean home turf. Of course, Savages now having passed that bond issue will have some turf in Broken Bow in the foreseeable future.
Yeah. Pirates have had artificial turf for a while now. I'm not sure what year they put theirs in, but the Savages are looking forward to that. Hey, this has been a football game that has met expectations, I would say, for the Savages. They probably would like a do-over on that 68-yard touchdown pass, but otherwise they've done the things they thought they would on offense. They had a couple of opportunities that they weren't able to exploit, particularly the one there at the end of the half where they had the football first and goal at the 10-yard line and then throw an interception on first down. I'm sure they would like to have that one back, but they're up by the 15 points of the tiebreaker, and the only thing really left here tonight is to just take care of business defensively, and you don't even have to score again. As long as you keep them from scoring, you've got everything you can do here. But scoring is something that comes easily for the Broken Bow Savages this season.
It certainly has.
It is one of the most prolific offenses in the history of Broken Bow football. You have to go back to 2010 to find an offense. Peyton Werner led a Savage passing offense back in 2010 that was very prolific as well. And they are the Maverick Lang era, though, has introduced itself in a big way. Chris, I know you have some data prepared for us here.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, you look at the first, and this is only the first 2 years. Keep in mind that's 2021, 2022, the first 2 years, his first 2 years at Meeker, and then last year and this year at Broken Bow. 2023, he actually surpassed those numbers. He had over 5,000 yards total offense in 2023 building. And this is a program builder. This is what you do. And, again, fortunate enough to have great athletes here. Fortunate to have Graydon Howell, generational athletic talent here at quarterback. But it is a system. It's the system that he has put in. And you look at guys, it's not just Graydon Howell. I mean, you have the line involved. You have the receiving core get involved. It's building that program, and it's from the 7th grade on. They run out of the same playbook, a little less complex, but they start with the basics, Coach, right? You're running out of the same playbook. By the way, we have Coach Dustin LaSalle here, and, of course, head wrestling coach as well. That's about to start. We'll talk about that a little bit after this, but you run the same plays as the high school does.
Yeah, that's right. We run the same offense in the 7th grade and 8th grade. That just builds experience with Coach Maverick Lang's terminology at a young age, and so every year they gain more concepts. When they get to high school, they've already have a basic foundation of what he's expected out of them on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and you look at that. You look at those numbers. That's 70 points this season. That's in the history. The very long, very it's a very prevalent football. Back in the 30s, we had those. They didn't even have state championship. We had those Kiamichi Conference championships.
Yeah, we had conference championships.
It was a big deal. And in the entire history of Broken Bow football since 1915, so in the 111 years. Well, they didn't actually play in 16-17.
Right.
But since they started that well over 100 years ago, never scored 70 points until this year, this offense.
Right. You had to go back to 1932 to find the second highest scoring game. So that's quite a trip to go all the way back, almost 100 years. The Savages have broken that record.
Yeah.
With 70 points in a single game, and then they have a chance here to be the most prolific scoring offense, at least in a 10-game regular season.
And you look at those stats; it's very parallel what he did at Meeker and what's happened here at Broken Bow. You look at the jump from the first year to the second year, both in points per game and in yards total offense per game. And that's, by the way, those numbers. That's the whole regular season at Meeker. Those numbers for Broken Bow, the asterisk there, that's through 9 games.
Right.
So you get to add already. We have.
We've got a half already on this one that we know. We've added 22 more points and quite a bit of yardage.
Yeah, and so just an outstanding, the math factor, a big thing here at Broken Bow. And
so, Coach, I think you struck on a good point there that it's a continuity thing, right? You get kids started, and you had quite a great group of 7th graders this year. They had quite a successful season, your 7th grade team.
Hey, they sure did. This year we picked up some harder opponents like Pleasant Grove, Texas, picked up Poteau. We still have McAllister and Durant, but we had an outstanding year. We went 8-0. We finished the season really strong. The 7th grade team, it's a complete team. We have guys that can score the ball. We also have an offensive line that can block up front and make things happen, though. But the 7th grade is a bright and shining star coming up for the high school.
Yeah, I went and watched a couple of those games, and just some outstanding. The line play was incredibly impressive, and real big, fast running backs. In fact, you got a couple in both 7th and 8th grade. You have guys that can carry the ball and punish people.
That's right. 7th grade, we have Galen Burris, another great, outstanding football player on both sides of the ball.
Very familiar name to Broken Bow loyal.
that's a name I've said before a few times.
Yeah.
Goes back a few years, but and a generation. So.
Yeah. But hey, talk about our offense here. You know, Maverick Lang was a quarterback in high school. He played quarterback in college. He's a great offensive mind. I know we have a bunch of athletes out there, but he spends all his week drawing up offensive plays and see how the defense is going to line up to. But he does a great job of distributing the ball to all of his playmakers. It's not just one guy carrying the load; it's multiple guys carrying it and scoring touchdowns and points up. So it's a great job that what Maverick Lang's done and his staff, along with the defense too. So
yeah, and when you mention that, we talk about how the ball is distributed to receivers by Graydon Howe. He gets it out, and there's other guys, and then you talk about the running game real quick. Let's look at this. That's a brute. Yeah.
So what does that say, snoot force?
Yeah, well, it said brute force, and it changed to snoot force.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's Snooty Neal, and you look at this.
Look at you getting fancy with the tech.
Exactly. It's, hey, man, 177 rushes for 1,000. He's already over 1,000 yards in the season. And keep in mind that he's sharing the backfield. You got Patrick and Pratt both rotated there, and it's been mostly Snooty as the season has gone on.
Yeah, well, and Graydon gets a lot of carries.
Well, yeah, as a rusher, he is just as running back. Obviously, Graydon in there on every play, but
he's been a difference maker. There's no question that what he's added to this offense has changed what Mav can do with those wrinkles that he throws. And the thing you were talking about with Maverick and how his offense works is he's so good, so sly at picking up something that a defense does, a tendency that they have, and then throwing a wrinkle at them that next week and watching for them to overcommit and then bringing the ball back in the other direction or play action and getting the ball downfield. He is really just a genius at that.
Yeah, and you look at that, 124 yards per game. That's against defenses that the last few weeks that know that he's going to get the ball, and still he managed to go through. He had a 200-yard game last week. That is huge for a running back in this.
How many touchdowns has he scored? 14 altogether, I think, right?
Yeah, 14. And that receiving, keep in mind, look at that 91-yard reception is 1 yard short of tying for the longest reception in Savage history. There was a couple of 92-yarders back. I knew one of them, I think, was back in 2018. It was against Sallisaw, and it was back when I think it was Polk was the receiver on that, and I believe it was
it was during my retirement.
Hugh was the quarterback. Yeah, you're
during my
semi.
It was during my retirement.
During your interim retirement. But anyway, Snooty, a big part of that offense for the Savages. And defensively, let's talk about the defense for a minute. The defense has just been incredible. That first and goal from the 4-yard line,
Yeah.
most teams are going to give up at least 3 points. Savages give up a couple of yards and then have 3 consecutive, and a penalty plays for loss. Just a tremendous goal line stand by this Broken Bow defense. And one of the big factors in that is going to be that guy, Sky Baker. Sky Baker makes a huge difference. He was injured, and when he was out, you see some of those big plays that we gave up against Sallisaw. He wasn't in for the Sallisaw game, but man, he's a team leader and has really taken over. Made a great play tonight. Made a great hard tackle tonight. Of course, he was injured with his shoulder.
Sky Baker, he was injured first early on in the season. He stayed engaged, mentally focused. He comes back and he helps the Savage defense out there.
Where'd you get that photo of? That looks like it's from his freshman year.
Well, that was actually with practice. That was in the practice helmets. That was during the scrimmage because he was out after that first game in McAllister.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, he was injured when he ran that punt return back, and he lowered his shoulder, got a couple extra yards, but dislocated his shoulder.
So something that I think makes a difference, and Coach, you can elaborate on this as well, it's just having that guy in the huddle. I mean, that's really one of the things that changes is when you have a leader, especially a senior, that has lots of experience and is vocal, and then you take them all of a sudden out of the huddle defensively. It makes a difference in the dynamic of the defense. Getting him back in there, bringing his energy and his wisdom and enthusiasm back into the huddle makes a big difference, and we saw that right away when Sky rejoined the lineup against Hilldale.
Yeah, he definitely brings some energy back to the secondary. While he was hurt, he was still on the sidelines coaching up some younger players. He was still coaching up, giving them tips. But he's definitely added some strength to our defense here, especially in the secondary. But talk about tonight, Poteau, they're reaching in their bag of tricks. They're trying to stay in this football game. Other than about four plays, they really haven't had much, really.
Yeah.
We've done a great job bottling them up. We've had several tackles for a loss. I would think they're going to continue digging in their bag of tricks. They're going to get desperate as the game goes on. I would think that number 13, even though he's a freshman quarterback, he's going to throw that ball up for grabs, and hopefully we can get some interceptions on him.
And that Sky Baker may be one of the guys to do it. Of course, a team captain. And you see Broken Bow Savages now coming back onto the field to warm up for the second half. And we'll have to see what transpires. Hopefully hold on and extend this lead. Little drama, maybe they can break that all-time scoring record. We're going to need a little help if we want to win a district championship from the Ada Cougars.
I think that ship has sailed unless we have a tremendous turnaround in the second half. The Black Diamonds lead the Cougars 20-0, and I mean we basically sent them the playbook defensively to what to do against
the scheme.
Ada
Yeah, they copied
all
our
they had
scheme.
to do is watch our game, and you see what you do defensively to stop the Cougars. And I'm sure the Black Diamonds have the athletes to be able to do that. So the Savages now really are playing for pride and playing for a home game in the playoffs. Second place will get you a home game in the first round of the playoffs as well. So it's not likely that we win the championship, but it is very likely that we finish second in the district. I want to say a quick thank you while we have this opportunity to our media partners for helping us this year bring these games to you. And along with them, we have banner sponsors as well. 3 of those to speak of specifically. IC Fitness, the latest to join us. IC Fitness is a gymnasium that is down south on the south end of Broken Bow. I'm not sure if it's in the city limits or not, but it's just outside of the city limits, if not, down near Pratt Veterinary Clinic. And that is a full service gymnasium. They have everything you need in that gymnasium to get your fit on. So we appreciate them coming in. Crystal Forest Wedding and Event Venue. If you have an event, whether it's a wedding or even just a bachelorette party, the Wedding and Event Venue has lodging on it as well. Crystal Forest, there's the number on the screen, 236-9999. They are between Broken Bow and Ho Chi Town. And also Arklahoma, Pools, Spas, and Outdoor Designs. They are a banner sponsor with us during this football season as well. 494-3337, that's the number to call. They do installs, they do maintenance, they take care of all of your outdoor needs when it comes to a water feature in your yard. Give them a call. We have our 5 media partners as well, including the Broken Tiki. They've been with us since the inception. Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma, their program is called what? Together We're More?
Together We're More,
yeah. Together We're More
program. And again, thanks to Jonathan Calloway, also a proud member of the Choctaw Nation, our director tonight.
McCurtain County National Bank also with us as a media partner again this year. We appreciate them so much. The Merchants of downtown Broken Bow, collectively, our media partner helping us out. And then last but certainly not least, Jennifer Broadus, State Farm Insurance. She does so much for our community and for our schools, and we appreciate all of our media partners. They bring these broadcasts to you absolutely free. We've got a second half on the way. I'm going to jump back out into my position here, and we'll get back and get ready for the action, Chris.
All right, we'll see you in about 30 seconds for second half. You're watching Broken Bow Savage Football on the Broken Bow Network. See you in 30. Yeah, welcome back. As you see, the Savages lined up for the second half kickoff. As we mentioned, we will get the ball to start off this second half, unable to capitalize on that stop at the end of the first half, but second opportunity for the potentially most productive offense in Savage history. Let's see where we start off.
Savages will field the football on the run, and it's Blake Skelton and who was it, number 5, Isaiah Fields, who went up. A bit of a mishandle, but he got back on the football at the 34-yard line. That's where the Savage offense will take over as we get this second half underway. 22-7 is our score. The Savages lead the Pirates, and they will have the ball to open the second half.
Yeah, and you saw a good play. That was a smart play by number 17. That's Blake Skelton, and covering up the ball. Fields fell on the ball. Skelton fell on top of him just to make sure nobody comes in, hits him, tries to pull the ball loose. So a smart player, team leader, and backup quarterback, and probably be a starting quarterback anywhere that didn't have Graydon Howell in front of him, as Skelton has a rocket arm.
Savages will begin the game the half, that is, with McDaniel at center, Sonny Freeman and Hunter Shomo, Aiden Hammonds, and Lucas Curry. Here's Neal in the backfield. He's got a problem. Gets away from the first would-be tackler, gets back close to the original line of scrimmage, or to the line of scrimmage, that is, and I think he's actually got back just inside of it. So he went from what could have been a tackle for loss, Chris, to Snooty actually gaining a half yard on first down.
Yeah, we talked about how how you talked at halftime about how Sallisaw saw how we schemed data. Well, they are looking at how Sallisaw schemed us, and they're trying to get out to prevent Neal from getting up to speed, and did it well on that play.
Clock on the move, 11:20 left third period. Graydon with the football, fake, play action, fires the football out. It's caught at the line to gain, and flag has a first down at the 48-yard line, just short of midfield, but that's enough to move the chains. With 11 minutes, 11 seconds left third period, the Savages will reset the downs.
Once again, I love what Isaiah Fields did after he caught the ball. He took a step and trying to be fancy and stutter step, lowered his shoulders, went forward, got an extra 3 yards.
Was that Fields or was that Khalil Flag?
Oh, that was Flag. That was 2, not 5. Yeah, it's an upside-down backwards 5.
Khalil Flag and Dejon Hall, those are the wideouts. A.J. Brannon in the game as well. He's a tight end. Here's Neal, straight ahead, blocking base play. Man, he keeps running, keeps churning, moving the legs, 40, 35, still moving the pile, 33, 32, 31-yard line, Snooty Neal, and a power run. He moves the football well down the field. The Savages will stop the clock with 10:43 left, reset the downs. Another Savage 1st and 10.
Yeah, there's a little snoot force for you on that play. Man, what a power run by that junior running back.
Football at the 31-yard line, Pirate territory. The Savages 1st down and 10. Ball on the right hash mark. Moving from right to left. Braden Williams, the H-back. Pistol formation, snap, fake. Graydon now a bootleg. Fires the football out into the flat. It's caught, but not much of an opportunity after the catch for Braden Williams. He'll get positive yardage of 1.5 yards or so. Maybe just 1 yard. 2nd down and 9.
Well, that was a good job by Graydon Howell of just avoiding a sack, getting him out of trouble, and a smart catch by Williams. As he went down, he knew he was covered. He just made sure he made the catch and then got what he could, which was 2 yards.
Clock continues to move under the 10-minute mark here in the third period. First possession for the Savages. Hard count. Nobody moves. Savages with everybody in formation. 5 up front in front of Howell and Neal. Now they bring Williams back in to strengthen the offensive line. Here's Neal. Running to the right side, now zones. Outside, he's caught, loses the football. It's loose on the ground. The Pirates have it.
He slammed that ball on the turf. That should not be a fumble. I mean, he literally.
I think it is actually if your knee's not down.
Well,
I think it is. If your knee's not down and you put the ball down in your hand and lose control, it is a fumble. 9:31 left, third period. The Savages have squandered another offensive possession inside Pirate territory. They'll turn it over at the 28-yard line on the fumble. Pirates have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate, but they were moving the ball. Now it's up to the Savage D to reestablish themselves here in the second half.
Jackson Porter and Jimmy Brown on the interior. Bentley Brown and Cale Ginn, those are the edge rushers. Bladen Maddock, Brian Clay, and Cade Pratt, those are your linebackers. That's the 7 forcing unit for the Savages. Here's a quick snap, handoff, straight ahead lead play, positive running, up to the 35-yard line, brought down. That's Tyjon Murphy rather than Jimmy Brown getting the start on defense here in the second half.
Savages looked like they were a little out of position, a little confusion as it looked like Maddock and Pratt were still changing positions when the ball was snapped, and so didn't have a chance to react to that base play.
Let's set the DBs for you. Isaiah Fields, the top of your screen. That's the right cornerback. Left cornerback is B.B. Heath. He stands at the 40-yard line. Next to him, 22, is Cole Patrick. That's your strong safety. And Sky Baker, who we featured at halftime. That's number 7, the free safety in the middle of the field. Pirates with 2nd down and 4. Savages flip to the strong. Handoff, lead play. Wrap him up in the backfield, and down he goes. Short gain, if anything. They're going to give him back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and 3 to go.
Oh, that was a great play inside by, I think, Clay. Just came in from outside, grabbed him in the backfield, and then threw him down, slammed him to the turf, but slammed him forward, and that's the only reason he actually didn't have a loss.
So the Pirates look to the sideline, clock moving with 8:15 left in the period, and the quarterback drops back into the shotgun. The back in the backfield, 3 receivers in formation, and now motion. That's Waddell. Pitch outside, Waddell lead block. Sky Baker tries to get the angle on pursuit, and he can't catch him. Stay on the sideline, cut back at the 30. Cole Patrick has him and will bring him down inside the red zone at about the 18-yard line as the Savages could not contain on the edge that time. Missed tackling and poor pursuit angles. And the Pirates have it 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, in Sky Baker's defense, he came on an angle, and look, there was some contact to his back. I don't know if he was held. It looked like he was trying to pull loose from a blocker on that play. No flag, however, and it results in another big play on 3rd down, and now the momentum is with the Pirates as they are trying to get back into this football game.
7 minutes, 40 seconds left, 3rd period, clock moving. Still waiting on the chains to set. Those guys are taking their sweet time. And now motion. That's Waddell. They'll fire the football out. Similar play. And again, the Savages just kind of bull riding there as it's positive yardage down the right sideline. The Pirates just trying to get numbers, Chris. They put the motion man, that's Waddell, one of their best players. They roll him out to that side and then throw it to the outback or to the receiver, the slot receiver. And they just had numbers. The Savages couldn't make the tackle.
Yeah, they just try to get numbers and get their athletes open in space, but they got to. That was well read, and Sky Baker or one of the other Savages. Now that they can read that, they have to watch throwing that ball out there. It's not a hard throw, but that's the kind that can be picked off for a pick 6.
Gain of 7 on that play. 2nd down and 3. Clock stopped on the out of bounds with 7:23 left, 3rd period. The freshman in the gun. Now jump pass, fires it into the end zone, and it's picked off.
By guess who?
Sky Baker. Picks it off at the 3-yard line, and down he goes at the 5, and the Savages have stopped another deep threat in the red zone by the Pirates, and we'll get the football back. 7:14 left, 3rd period, the offense when we come back.
We all have stories inspired by culture, competition, creativity. Stories show our humanity. We are the Poto people, and these are our stories. See and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
22-7 our score. The Savages with the lead and the football. 7:14 left, 3rd period as they come back on the field. A turnover stopped their first possession of this half, and now they will take over following a turnover with 95 yards in front of them. Graydon Howell in the pistol, stands on his own goal line, hands it to Snooty Neal deep in the backfield, back to the line of scrimmage, and then falls across the line of scrimmage by maybe a half yard.
Over the right side.
Not much more than that.
Boy, Aiden Hammonds was fighting his blocking assignment as he had pushed him about 4 yards off the line of scrimmage on that play.
Neal comes up with a bad ankle, it looks like. He's hobbled. And the Savages will get Patrick into the game. Snooty tries to get off. I don't know why they don't whistle that and give him a chance to get off the field. He's clearly hurt.
Yeah, that would be the procedure.
That would be the right thing to do. Savages with the clock on the move. 6:35 left, third period. Graydon wants to throw the football. Out route, caught by Hall at the 19-yard line. Breaks a tackle to the 20, and he's thrown down at the 26-yard line, but not before he moves the ball across the line to gain. Stop the clock with 6:26 left, third period. Move the chains. The Savages with a 1st and 10.
Good protection. Graydon Howell had time to throw. You saw him just looking, waiting for the moment to throw that ball out there. Perfect pass. Great catch by Hall, and then he used his strength to pull loose and move the chains for Broken Bow.
Savages get the play relayed in. Braden Williams is in the H to the left side of the offense. 3 receiver set. Hand off to Patrick. Nope, it's a keeper. Graydon turns it up, 30-yard line. Breaks through a tackler there to the 35 and spun down off of a nice gain of 8 yards, maybe 9 by Graydon Howell.
I think he got 9. He fell forward, and he almost always falls forward. That was just showing the strength of Graydon Howell. He literally just ran through a would-be tackle.
Yeah, they spotted him back at the 34, 8-yard gain for Graydon Howell, 2nd and 2. Clock moving, 5:45 left, third period. 5 receivers in formation, empty backfield for Graydon Howell. And he'll fire it outside. Is it caught? It's caught. It's a 1st down. Stop the clock and move the chains. Dejan Hall has another Savage 1st and 10.
Wow, that was just that play did exactly what it was intended to do. Hall's going to the ground there. Good route, 2 or 3 yards past the line to gain. Good pass, a good catch, and Savages are on the move.
Savages are moving with another 1st and 10. Clock moving as well. 5:20 left here in the third period. 22-7 our score. Broken Bow leads and would like to add some more on this possession.
Snoop back in the game.
Yeah, Neal back out there. Here's A.J. Brannon with a blocker in front. Breaks through a would-be tackler. Still fighting for yardage to the 45-yard line. He loses the ball, but not before he's on the ground. It came out after he was already rolling on the ground. It
did, but A.J. needs to watch it when he's fighting, and he just bulldozed through a couple of would-be tacklers, but you got to use that extra free hand to wrap that ball up because Poto was actively trying to strip the ball.
Well, they were actively trying to strip it, but they actually wound up with a bump on the noggin there, and we got a little timeout here. Let's take one of our own. 4:45 left, third period. The Savages with the football when we return. And the Pirate is quickly recovered from the noggin bumping there, Chris.
Well, yeah, he may have to undergo the bump on the noggin protocol, though, as a result of that.
That's true. He could have to go into the noggin protocol. 4:40 left. Clock moving. We're in the third period. Graydon, 2-step drop, pump fake, double move. Now he fires the football down the field. A streaking Dejan Hall one-hander. Nope.
That should be.
That's Khalil Flagg, not Dejan.
Yeah, and that's interference. You see the indication with Tabbins. His backhand arm was being held by the receiver. He had one hand out, but that's because the other one was grabbed before the ball got there, and the Pirates got away with one on that.
Yeah, that was a perfectly placed football.
Oh, yeah, and he probably would have caught it, but he had to try it one-handed because his other arm was pinned to his side by the DB.
So here the Savages face a 3rd down and 2, trying to get the home crowd into it. Snooty Neal in the pistol formation behind Graydon Howell. Here's Cade Pratt, the H-back. They'll flip him to the left side of the offense. Hand off to Neal. He'll go the other way. 1st down, fighting for it. Can he get there?
Yeah, he's got it.
I believe he's got it. Yeah, I believe he's well past the marker. He is. Stop the clock. 4:21 left, third period. Move the chains. Another Savage 1st and 10.
And that's got it. That play, that kind of play right there is what can dishearten the defense and the team. You look at it, the Pirates stop Broken Bow's offense, get a turnover, drive downfield, and then in the red zone, Savages pick it off. And now we're just brutalizing them to get that first down. That was nothing but brute force.
Still in the Savage into the field at the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Same formation. Pratt flips to the left side of the Savage offense. Graydon rolls to his right. Looking downfield, now he'll step up and fakes. Now reverses his field again to midfield. 45, dodges a would-be tackler at the 45. Stiff arms there, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. That's enough for another Savage first down.
Man, it's the great Haldini. You just can't tackle him. There's a penalty flag out there,
there is.
Offensive or defensive.
There's a penalty in the backfield, yeah.
Penalty markers down.
Penalty in the backfield. That's going to negate the run. 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. Replay the down. It'll be 1st and 20.
Tell you, there's only 3 minutes and 44 seconds left in this third period. Seems like it's gone pretty fast. Of course, we've been moving the ball without it changing. No punch, really, as the ball has changed hands on turnovers both times so far.
2-9, 6-4-6, 5-2-9.
So that really pins the Savages back. That's going to change. Well, that maybe change the play call. I don't know.
I think it probably does. So we replay first down, but it's 1st and 20 instead. They'll go to the shotgun. Neal on the left side. Graydon's going to go straight pass. Looks downfield. Now he'll throw the deep ball.
Boy, does he.
And it just zooms. Yeah, that ball just zoomed out there.
That win. Now look at the flag you can't see the shot, but in the end zone, it's one of those. It's similar to what Broken has. It's a fire ladder truck with a huge flag, and it is.
No, it's a tailwind now.
It's streaming out to the end. So now with that throwing with that wind, that ball carried about 10 yards on wind alone.
Yeah, it was a crosswind earlier, but now it is a straight tailwind in this direction for the Savages. The Pirates, of course, will have it to their advantage in the fourth period. So here we go. 3 receivers in the set. 2nd down and 20. Loose ball in the backfield. Neal picks it up off the bounce. It's loose again. Graydon scrambles for it. He picks it up. Now he's got to run to 30-yard line. They still got a chance at him, and now they'll bang him down. He gets back to the 35-yard line, and that was an ugly play from start to finish.
Yeah, just a ball. I don't know how it came loose, but it did, and then it was lost again. Neal tried to pick it up. Graydon wound up picking it up and turned it into something other than a massive loss, but that puts Broken Bow in a
third and 25.
Third forever. And again, we've seen Broken Bow capitalize on this situation, but Savage is making some mistakes here. Really need a big play to get back on track here.
3 receiver formation. Pratt's the H-back. Graydon rolling left. Firing the football down. Floating out and caught by Dejon Hall. He goes out of bounds. He's got the 1st and 10, however, as he's across the line to gain, and the Savages have converted on 3rd and 25.
What a beautiful pass. Good coverage once again, and just right on the money to a sure-handed receiver. And that's the second time the Savages have had a first down on 3rd and long on a Howell to Hall connection.
Into Pirate territory to 38-yard line. First down Savages. Clock stops on the out of bounds with 2 minutes, 30 seconds left, third period. Here's a handoff. Neal with some open running. 40-yard line, 35, still on his feet, 20, breaks the tackle outside to the 25, on the move to the sideline, down the right sideline and into the end zone. That's a Savage touchdown.
Snood 4 strikes again, man, number 20. I tell you what, he reminded me in that jersey, breaking tackles like that, of another guy named Vernell Ramsey that ran for 2,444 yards in 1983 wearing number 20. That was just brute force by Snooty Neal.
So the Savages 28-7, inching their way closer to that regular season scoring record with 28 on the board now and the kicker in the game for another point after opportunity. Cale Guillen to snap. Blake Skelton, the backup quarterback, will hold at the 10-yard line, and the freshman kicker puts it through the uprights. 29-7, 2:16 left, third period. The Savages in control. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. This is Savage Football on YouTube.
We all have stories. Stories inspired by culture, competition, creativity. Stories show our humanity. They inspire us to greatness and remind us to be humble. Stories connect us to our communities and the rest of the world. We are the Chutta people, and these are our stories. See and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
Well, that was quite an impressive touchdown run by Jatarius Neal as he broke multiple tackles, showed his speed, showed his strength, showed his balance. I mean, that, and to your point, Chris, that's a if a recruiter sees this film and all they have to see is that one play to know that this guy's a prospect.
Yeah, and this is against the Poto Pirates. I mean, this isn't some, weak, small school team that doesn't have guys that can tackle. It's just a brutal run. I mean, he kept his balance, showed his speed, did everything a running back needs to do on that play.
Zaragoza tees it up and kicks it away. Backpedaling, caught it to 20-yard line, and now on the run. 25, and his feet brought out from under him. Nice stop. That's Berto Morales on the tackle there, an open field tackle.
Berto getting congratulated as he just took the legs out from under him. It looked like one of those cartoons where a guy just yanks a carpet out from under someone and they fall forward.
They'll spot him just short of the 26-yard line. 2:11 left, third period. Savages up 29-7 now, and the Pirate offense back on the field. They've gone all the way tonight, alternating quarterbacks, but primarily this second half, it's been number 13, the freshman, taking all the snaps. 14 is in the backfield alongside. Here's a short snap. Hand off to 14, and he's straight ahead across the line of scrimmage. He's got positive yardage, a gain of a yard and a half maybe. Second down and 9.
Yeah, that was Clay in there, as well as I believe that was Brown that was making contact on that play.
Second down.
Second down and 9 for the Pirates. Clock moving now with 1:45 left, third period. And I still can't see.
Trying to get the numbers of those.
I'm trying to find a name instead of just saying a number there, but I can't see it. I'm too old. Here's a long pass opportunity down the middle of the field. Cole Patrick's in position.
Cole Patrick was 3 yards behind the receiver, and
neither one of them knew where the ball was.
Yeah, the receiver turned around and then ran into Cole when Cole was looking for the ball, and then he holds his hands out to the ref like, hey, was that a penalty? He's like, you couldn't find that football.
Spencer Perry, that's 14's name. He is the running back. Levi Taylor, the freshman quarterback. Those are the two in the backfield, 13 and 14. That pass, Chris, it kind of looked like a timing route, something they had worked on maybe where he just throws it down the middle of the field. But Patrick was there and really impeded the progress of the receiver that time just enough.
A good play by a defensive back, and that was, again, it's a timing route, but that broke up the timing.
Third down and 9, and the Pirates want to talk things over before they snap the football on this one. 1:29 left, third period. 29-7, the Savages lead. Third down and 9 for the Pirates when we return. This Savage football. We'll be right back.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Well, welcome back. And Savages up by 22, 29-7. And now minute 29 left third quarter. And Skip, since I said, it was 3:44 left in the third quarter. Seemed like it went fast. Since that time, we've had a tremendous 39-yard touchdown run by Snooty Neal and a couple of timeouts. Things have slowed down.
It has indeed. 1:29 left in the period still. Pirates facing a 3rd and 9 here. Savages bringing some pressure. Here's Pratt coming straight up. They'll pressure the quarterback, but he gets the pass down the sideline, and it's well overthrown as that's good coverage out there by the defensive backs. Who was that in coverage, Chris? Was that Fields?
That was Fields and Baker. Fields the one making it. And you saw that. You mentioned, talk about how Sky Baker is kind of a coach back there, an assistant coach in charge of the backfield. He is a team captain. Going over there congratulating Fields on being in the right place, doing exactly what we drew up in practice, and that prevented any kind of hope for a completion, and that forces the Pirates to punt from deep in their own territory.
High snap. It's fielded, however, and then it gets the kick away. Graydon wants to catch it. He's going to let it bounce, however. And it bounces right to him. Now he runs backwards 10 yards. Turns the corner at midfield to the 45. Full speed at 35. blocker in front, and out of bounds he goes inside the 25-yard line, and there are Pirates scattered along the way.
Wow. The speed of Graydon Howell. And wisely, he just kept running onto the track and almost into the Pirate football helmet over there in the end zone.
It is really just so impressive, the difference between his foot speed and the people around him, even his own players. You see how much faster he's moving.
And he's so fluid. He just has that extra gear. He's a finalist in both the 400 meters and the 200 meters of the state track meet. He can run. He had great conditioning. And once he starts getting out that stride, he can really blow you away with the speed, but also he can stop on a dime and change direction. It just makes him really hard to tackle.
Here come the Savages quickly to the line of scrimmage. Is a great opportunity with 1:07 left, third period, and a possession starting at the 23-yard line in Pirate territory. They'll send Dejon Hall in motion left to right. Graydon with a play action. Penalty marker comes in. Pass is wide open for a touchdown to Dejon, but that one's coming back.
Yeah, that was likely holding given where the –
No, it was something at the line. It was maybe an illegal motion.
It was the line judge that called.
Yeah, it was against. I think it's against Hall himself. Illegal procedure. I think he moved towards the line of scrimmage.
Illegal procedure. The call against.
I think that's what the flag was. A minute left. Clock stopped on that penalty. That was a well-executed play, and Dejon was wide open in the corner of the end zone that time. But I saw the flag at the snap, so I knew we weren't going to get that one.
Yeah, they're going to get to rerun that down, but from about 10 yards back. 5 yards back.
You know, we didn't get a chance to talk to Coach LaSalle about the wrestling season. Maybe we'll get a chance here in the second half. Here's the handoff to Snooty as he goes straight ahead into the line on 1st and 15. Does he get back to the original chain?
About a yard short.
Neal, the ball carrier.
I'm going to spot him at the 24-yard line. The original line of scrimmage is the 23. It'll be 2nd and 11. Clock runs with 40 seconds left here in the third period. Savages will have to snap it once more anyway in this period. They've got the wind to their back right now. Here's the fake. Fires the football out. It's caught by Braden Williams, and the backer is there to smother him. As the Savages get across the line to the 21.5-yard line, we'll say. So third down and about a long 8. Let's say third and a long 8 here. And I think that's going to do it on the period, Chris.
Yeah, the Savages not looking like they're going to hurry up to get any play in. I tell you, Williams, once again, that's his second reception, both very short receptions, but just did make the catch, did what he needed to do. That's designed for him to catch it, and if he can slip under people and get some steam going, pick up some yardage, but that was well read. He did make the catch, got 3 yards, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9.
Well, we've got 3 periods in the book. 12 minutes of football remain. The Savages have a commanding lead, 29-7 over the Pirates. We'll be back with more Savage football right after this.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
All right, we've got an opportunity here for somebody to win $500 for a 35-yard field goal with the wind to his back. Let's see what happens here. Hey, that's not a bad kick, but wow, it wasn't close.
If it had been a soccer goal, it'd have been good.
I mean, when you got a grown-up out there doing it, you're just happy that it gets up in the air.
Yeah, that you don't do the Charlie Brown.
Right, yeah. Lucy pulls it away. 12 minutes of football left in this one. District 4A4 championship still on the line. We've got an updated score as Sallisaw leads Ada now in the third period, 20-6. So the Cougars are on the board. And let's go Cougars. We need that win up there to help with this one for the Savages to be champions. 3rd down and 8 Graydon, play action, straight drop back, and he's going to throw the ball to Neal coming out of the backfield. It was the right play call, but it was not well executed.
Now, it was either a wrong route. It went over the back shoulder instead of the leading shoulder of Neal, who was running and looked like kind of on an out or a flag route.
I think Snooty had to alter his route because that backer did pick him up coming out.
Yeah.
But he still looked like he had him beat.
I think Savage is in 4-down territory. That was 4th down. Never mind.
No, that was 3rd down.
Okay, so either
this is 4th and 8.
After this play, we will.
They better get it in, though. It's 10 seconds left. They're going to have to maybe have to burn a timeout.
I don't think so. They're going to flip Braden over. We've got 10 on the play clock here.
Yeah.
We're going to run it on 4th and 8. We're going to run the play, that is. Graydon with the football, rolling left. Now he's on the move. He's going to keep it, turns it up, gets to the first down marker, and now he goes down. They've knocked him back, but I think not before he got to pass the line to gain. Let's stop the clock and move the chains. The Savages with another first down in the red zone here.
Yeah, it's right at the down marker where they're standing. They probably will measure this. Nope, first down.
Yeah, no, he's standing where the line judge is at least a half yard.
I keep forgetting this is on a grass field, on our field, right how they measure, but here the stripes are in the same place.
Yeah.
On the side and in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
That's a 4th down conversion. Give it to Braden.
It was a 4th down, on 4th and 8, in fact, and that was Graydon on the scramble. They'll wind the clock with 11 and a half left in the ball game. 29-7 is our score. The Savages with another red zone possession here and a chance to add to that score and get closer to that scoring record. Here's Snooty Neal. Tries this edge play here as he stretches the field to the outside. Positive yardage, a nice gain, in fact, 6, almost 7 on a first down carry. It'll be 2nd and 4.
I wonder if they nicknamed him Snooty because he has a nose for the end zone.
Actually, they're going to say he stepped out. So he's going to have a second. They give him a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, Neal already with a rushing touchdown this game. And Howell with 2.
Hard count. Pirates moved towards the line of scrimmage but didn't step off over the ball that time. Now Graydon in the pistol. Fakes it to Neal. Turns his direction back the other way. Still looking in the end zone. Pump fake. Now he'll fire the ball towards the back of the end zone over the hands of Snooty and incomplete. And the Savages will face a 3rd down and 5.
It looked like Howell was bouncing around. It looked like he might have had opportunity, but wanted to find a receiver open. Neal did flash open, but I think he checked down, and maybe Neal was the 3rd or 4th check down. The other receivers were covered. And I think the Pirates dropped 8 back in coverage on that play.
Here we go. 3rd down and 5. Shotgun formation. Reverse. They've handed it to Dejon Hall, and he's in the end zone. And the Savages have tied the regular season scoring record with their 35th point of the football game.
Beautifully executed, and Graydon Howell just pancaked a defensive back to lead that as a lead blocker. Add that to his stat. What a great run, though. You saw the speed as Hall just accelerated into the end zone. Savages now
are they're an extra point away from having the record all their own.
Still,
I don't think Zaragoza knows that, so there's no pressure on him here.
Yeah.
But this extra point is for the record. The kick is up. That one looks dead center. And it is. 10:20 left in the ball game. 36-7. The Savages lead the Pirates. We've got a kickoff on the way when we return. This is Savage Football on YouTube. We're back. And welcome back, Costner Stadium, where the Savages now are a new record holder. I mean, I don't know how – you got to tip your hat. This is such a prolific offense. I mean, we have 432 points now, so that means we're averaging 43 points per game throughout the regular season.
Outstanding. That's just amazing. And that's up with their average. I mean, they were averaging 44, so.
Here we go. Big kickoff Fielded at the 32-yard line. Trucks it back towards the middle. Breaks one tackle. Now reverses his field up the right sideline to the 35, 40. And then brought down from behind at the 44-yard line in Pirate territory. The Pirates will take over. 10 minutes, 10 seconds left in the football game. They trail 36-7, and their offense back on the field.
Yeah, it was a good, nice effort following up. I think that was Burks on the tackle.
Savages bring their
Burks coming up from behind to make that tackle, or else he might have had a seam down the sideline.
Savages bring Tyjon Murphy and Jackson Porter in at defensive tackle this time. That's Bentley Brown and Cale Ginn at the edge. Same three backers on the field, this time with Meddock, Clay, and Pratt in the middle. Same four DBs as well. The Pirates with two backs in the backfield. Slow developing zone read. Handoff, breaks a tackle across midfield into Savage territory. Across the 45 and down near the 42-yard line. That's a powerful run by Spencer Perry, the running back for the Poto Pirates.
Savage down, and I believe that was Patrick. He collided with Ginn at the end of that play, and I think he has a leg injury, so they're going to have to check that out. Going to be timeout on the field for injury.
Clock stops with 10:02 left in the football game. 36-7 Broken Bow. We'll take a timeout along with his injury timeout and be back with more Savage football in just a moment.
We all have stories. Stories inspired by culture, competition, creativity. Stories show our humanity. They inspire us to greatness and remind us to be humble. Stories connect us to our communities and the rest of the world. We are the Chutta people, and these are our stories. See and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
We got to come back.
Okay. Are we back?
Yep.
10 minutes left in the football game. The Pirates with the 1st and 10 in Savage territory. Trying the outside again. And really just running that zone read play, Chris, where they just are handing the ball, kind of slowly developing in the backfield, looking for the blocking in front, finding a crease in it, getting positive yardage, a gain of 3, maybe 4 even. No, they were going to give him 3 at the yard marker there.
Might have been farther than that, but Bentley Brown came down the line and took his legs out from under him from behind.
Clock continues to move. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left in the ballgame. Savages with a commanding 36-7 lead. And trying to get a stop here as the Pirates are moving the football, moving into Savage territory. Strong set, same thing, read play. He'll take it straight up the middle. Savage is trying to strip the ball away, but the runner, Spencer Perry, holds on to it and gets a positive gain, 2 yards. It'll leave 3rd and 3.
Well, Perry might have met Murphy's Law on that play as Murphy just kind of grabbed him and fell on top of him, albeit after he had gained 2 yards. But
clock continues to move. 8 minutes, 50 seconds left in the ballgame.
Listen, Seth Bromo's happy to let him keep running the ball up the middle and gain 2 or 3 yards and eat up the clock. That's not going to threaten anything.
3rd down and 3. Taylor in the shotgun. Perry in the backfield with him. He'll hand it to Perry. Same play. Zone read. Gets it outside. Savages missed the tackle. He's got 1st down yardage, 25. And then bulls his way forward to the 20-yard line over one of the Savage defensive backs. Stop the clock, move the chains. The Pirates with a 1st and 10 inside the Savage red zone.
Will mention that, Cole Patrick out with that injury. Graydon Howe in at the safety position. And so another, again, positive run. He does go down inbounds, and that will keep the clock running.
Clock moves near the 8-minute mark now. Perry and Taylor still in the backfield. 3 receivers, twins to the top side. Loose ball, bad snap. Taylor recovers it back at the 30-yard line. As they had Waddell blocking out front, they were going to do that same play. Really, their bread and butter on this possession anyway has been that read play where they just give Perry the ball. It's kind of a belly handoff and then let him find the place. That time it didn't work as the snap is mishandled.
Well, and that may take them out of that kind of play because they now need 20 yards to move the sticks, and they only have 3 downs to do it.
Yeah, I'd expect kind of a quick pass this time. 2nd and 20. Waddell in motion. Option keeper. Savages hit him. Pratt's got him down. Big stop by Cade Pratt at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 3rd and 20.
That was a great stop. Another solo tackle by Cade Pratt. And that time he did just do an arm. He put his shoulder into him and stopped him and realized that, I can throw him down with my arms.
Looks like Cale Ginn on the field now. The Savages will tend to him as Mo Skelton comes out. Let's take an injury timeout. Back with more in just a moment.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
7:07 left in the football game. The Savages and the Pirates in this final regular season contest, District 4A4 championship on the line. Right now, Sallisaw leads Ada 20-6. Should they win that football game and the Savages prevail here, the Black Diamonds would be the district champion. The Savages would be second. Yeah. Both teams would have a home playoff game next week.
Yeah, Cale Ginn going off on his own power. He's had a bad back basically all season playing through pain, senior leader, so certainly hope that's temporary.
3rd down and 20. They'll put Taylor back in the gun. Good snap this time. Wants to throw the football. Has a receiver in double coverage. The Savages had the best play on it. Nobody came up with it. The clock stops on the incompletion. 6:56 left in the ball game, and 4th down and 20.
That incompletion brought to you by the law firm of Baker and Fields, as they had bracketed that receiver and were both behind him and had a better chance at the ball. In fact, I think the receiver actually might have got a hand on it, prevent an interception.
Clock stops on the incompletion, and the Pirates, I think, are going to take a timeout here to talk things over. They've got a big decision here. Let's stay right here, Chris. 4th down and 20, and 3 points, they don't really help you, right? So they've got to dial something up that's worth 20 yards or more to them here just to keep this possession alive. And certainly you would think they're looking end zone here.
Yeah, you think so. The other thing that they have to think about at this point is against this Broken Bow offense, just under 7 minutes left, probably not going to win this ball game. But keep in mind, they have a loss to Hilldale, and so they need to try to cut into that 15 points, try to keep from taking that 15-point loss. So they need to put 2 touchdowns on the boards plus some extra points. They trail by 29. If they can go for 2, they might be able to shave a point off of it.
I don't think the points matter.
Anymore?
I don't think so. If they lose and Hilldale wins,
head-to-head, that's right.
Hilldale is head-to-head over them.
That's right. That's correct.
6:56 left in this one. 36-7 is our score. And it is 4th down and 20 for the Pirate offense. Savages with 4 up front. Now the motion reverses, and now reverses again. I'm not sure what's going on here, but here come the Savages. Football, wide open receiver as he's down the right sideline. And once again, Chris, that was just somebody missed an assignment. There's no other way to describe it. That receiver came out of the backfield, and he was wide open.
Well, here's the other thing. On that play, all you have to, you play the line to gain as if it's a line in the sand, basically, because it's third line. You've got to play as if, you can stay backside. You don't have to make a stop for no gain. You don't have to make it. You can stop them for 5. Just don't give up the touchdown.
Pirates are in the end zone with 6:47 left in the football game. The extra point is good as well. 36-14 is our score. The Savages with the lead, and they'll have the football, or at least an opportunity on a kickoff return when we return. This is Savage Football. We'll be right back. And welcome back. 6:47 left in the ball game. The Pirate season is actually tinkering on the edge here as the Hilldale Hornets lead the McLean's Titans 28-7.
Here's an important update. Salisaul's gone 3 and out in the last 3 possessions, and Ada just drove it right down the field. It's 20-13 now.
Wow. Come on, Cougars. Let's do it. Second half Cougars. Let's make it happen. Savages in kick return formation. That's Graydon Howe standing at the 22-yard line.
I think
this is I do too. I think this is an onside kick. It is not, however.
It's kicked to
fair catch call for and made at the 31-yard line by Isaiah Fields.
30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
And the Savages will take over with 6:47 to work with on the clock. They are 71 yards away. They have a 36-14 advantage. And, Chris, they would like nothing more than a long, sustained drive here to run a lot of time off this clock.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Savages looking at that, they just want to have their offense drive down and score, put points on the board. But probably one of the most interesting things here is this Ada-Salisaul game, which seems to be going down to the wire. It's a one-possession game, and Ada seems to have the momentum thus far in this fourth quarter.
Got a whistle that stops action here. Timeout, Pirates.
So that's their final timeout.
So the Pirates have used their third allotted timeout of the half. They'll be out for this last 6:47 to go. And the Savages lead by 22. It's all academic at this point. They can't really help themselves. 15 on the tiebreaker, but the tiebreaker is irrelevant now. It doesn't really matter.
Well, they can help themselves, but as you said, with a long, sustained drive, just keep from eating into that 15.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. The reason that they're not looking for a quick strike here. They would much prefer the clock to run.
Yeah, and we may see a heavy dose of Snooty Neal and maybe Braden Howell, the keeper, whatever. Maybe a heavy dose of running the football and maybe some short
timing routes.
Yeah, short timing routes with high percentage of completion, but probably not the deep strikes. Oh, by the way, talking about, speaking of deep strikes, that was DeJohn Hall with that reverse carry now has a touchdown catch and a touchdown run in this football game.
So, really important contest going on up in Sequoyah County, and the Cougars are making a comeback, 20-13 now. Let's go, Ada. Here are the Savages, 1st and 10. Pistol formation. Neal gets the handoff, follows the blocking straight ahead, crosses the 30, gets a yard to the 31, and they'll push him backwards from there. 2nd down and 9. Clock moves with 6:35 left.
Well, that here's an added consideration on those running plays. It takes so long to get up and get the ball reset that that really does take a lot of time off the clock.
It does, and they reset. And we're at 20 on the play clock right now, so the Savages can run it down under 6 minutes without ever snapping it. But they want positive yardage. They only got 1 on 1st down, so they need something to keep the ball moving, at least to get the chains.
This looks like a passing play.
It does. The way they're lined up, it does anyway. Graydon in the pistol. Nope, he's going to hand the read. Neal breaks it outside, looks for 1st down yardage, cuts that to the 40. And he's knocked out of bounds at the 44-yard line. That's enough, however, for a Savage 1st and 10. Stop the clock with 5:48 left in the ballgame. Move the chains. The Savages with another 1st down.
And once again, great initial blocking by the Savage line, and then just some strong tackle breaking by Snooty Neal. That power running and that conditioning are coming into their own here in the fourth quarter. Savages in the second and fourth quarter just seem to dominate their opponents.
Savages have gone the whole way with the same 5 up front. Josh McDaniel in the middle. That's Hunter Shomo on the left guard. The right guard is Sonny Freeman. The right tackle, Aiden Hammonds. The left tackle is Lucas Curry. Those are your 5 offensive linemen. Savages with 5 in formation. Nope, 4 in formation here. And Neal in the backfield. Pistol set. Graydon with the snap. Hand off to Snooty. Follows the blocking, and the Pirates make a great play. Coming in backside again, grabbing him by the waist and stopping him for a loss. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Yeah, that was a big play by the interior lineman. That was one of the number 70s, one of the guys down there on either side of the football for the Pirates.
Clock moves under 5.5 left in the ballgame. 36-14, the Savages lead. Broken Bow with the football, but outside the chains this time, 2nd and 13. Neal still in the football game. Alongside Graydon Howell, they'll send a trip set to the wide side with the ball in the middle of the field. Graydon, long snap count, watches the play clock and snaps it with 1. Fires the football out. It's caught by Dejon Hall, blocker in front to the 45, and he's going to go down, still in Savage territory at the 48-yard line. The line to gain is the 46 in Pirate territory, so we still have 6 to go. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's got to be that's something that's got to scare your opposing defense, is that quick shot out in space to Dejon Hall, as he has the ability to take it to the house, as do many of the Savages. I mean, that's a thing. This is a multi-weapon platform, if you will, the Broken Bow Savage offense.
Sky Baker and A.J. Brandon, a couple of seniors in their final regular season football game, at the top of your screen, split wide. This is Khalil Flagg to the right side of the offense. Graydon again watching the play clock. He'll snap it with 1 left. Hand off to Neal on 3rd and 6. Caught in the backfield, breaks 1 tackle, but nope, he doesn't break it completely, as they have him by the jersey and they pull him backwards. No gain, maybe a little bit of a gain on the play. 4th down now. And Broken Bow will decide what to do here. I'd be a little bit surprised if they did anything other than punt.
Yeah, I think they may punt on this one. I'm not sure, but I don't know. You know, the way that the defense has been playing,
I don't see where you –
they have the offense on the field.
I know, but I don't think it benefits you really. I think you try to change field position here.
Yeah, I think they may come up and do a hard count, as they got a first down. That wouldn't give them a first down.
Well, they've got – I mean, there's only 3:30 left in the football game, and they have all 3 of their timeouts. So why not? Let's push it to the – I don't think they're even going to line up.
Good point.
They're going to use one of their timeouts here.
Yeah, you see Maverick Lang standing right beside the side judge. And
so they'll stop it with the timeout, the first allotted timeout of the half. 3:21 left in the football game. Savages will face a 4th and 6 when play resumes. Let's take a timeout of our own. This is Savage Football. We'll be right back.
We all have stories. Stories inspired by culture, competition, creativity. Stories show our humanity. They inspire us to greatness and remind us to be humble. Stories connect us to our communities and the rest of the world. We are the Poto people, and these are our stories. See and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
21 seconds left in this football game at Costner Stadium. The Savages in command, 36-14. The game itself is not in question. The final score perhaps still is. The Cougars and the Black Diamonds fighting it out in Sequoyah County, and that's an important football game here for the Broken Bow Savages. Hilldale leads McLean 28-7, so the Hilldale's going to win and the Pirates are going to lose. And so it looks like that the Pirates will be eliminated. This will be their final football game of this season. Punt formation, A.J. Brannon gets the kick away. Ball bounces at the 30 and takes a savage roll inside the 20 and down at the 19-yard line. 3:11 left on the game clock, and the Pirate offense will have the football 1st and 10 as the Savage defenders look like the first teamers coming back out. So, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're probably going to leave them on. They don't want to give up a quick score. And they'd like, if they get the ball back, keep in mind that
looks like Jimmy.
22, it's still, 22-point ball game, so not necessarily a blowout.
No. Looks like Jimmy Brown, Jackson Porter, Cale Ginn is back out there.
Oh, that's good to see Cale Ginn, that senior back in. That was just another.
Bentley Brown also out there. That's Clay, Pratt, and Meddock. Those are your backers. Zone read, tries the left side, knocked down hard, but a nice gain. That was looked like Isaiah Fields and
Jackson Porter coming across from, I think, the backside defensive tackle.
Yeah, he was.
On pursuit. Man, that's the thing about Porter is he's so quick for a big guy, for a lineman, that he can get outside.
Everybody moving slowly here, so it looks like this looks like the Pirates and the Savages both are content with this clock just to continue to run.
Hey, I think the Pirates have conceded this. I mean, they're not coming out throwing the ball, so.
Yeah, that's a good point. Clock moves with 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the football game. Low snap, same play. Caught in the backfield.
By guess who? Jackson Porter.
Tackle for loss. Jackson Porter and Bentley Brown getting a hand on him. They'll both get a half tackle there as far as a TFL is concerned. 2:16, 2:15, clock moving. It's all academic, but we still got one going on. And Well, we got still 20-13.
Well, Ada just got the ball at the 13-yard line. So trailing by
their own 13?
Yeah, trailing by 7. So they've got 87 yards to drive. And
all we need is for them to win by 1.
That's right.
Here we go. Pirates with third down and let's call it 8. 3rd and 8. Handoff deep in the backfield. Tries the left side. Breaks through. Got first down yardage across the 30-yard line. Continues to push the pile across to the 35, it looks like.
Howell, Fields, Heath, and Brown on the tackle.
They'll stop the clock on the out of bounds with 1:34 left. Nope, they're going to continue to let the clock run. He did go out of bounds, but the officials are just letting it run. 1:25, 1:24. So the Savages probably just need another stop here, and they need to snap it one more time. The Pirates will after this. They may try to snap it more than once, but they will only have to snap it once.
Well,
loose ball on the ground. The Savages will cover it up, and that'll do it. 1:03 left in the football game. The Savages have to kneel at one time, and they will walk away with their win, the 9th of the season. And it's been a while, hasn't it? We have to go back 6 or 7 years, don't you, for a 9-win?
I think it was 2017, 2018 when we had back-to-back 9-win seasons. It was 2018 and 2019.
Tell me.
No, it was 17 and 18. 2017 and 2018, we had back-to-back 9-win seasons. But it's been since then.
Ada just scored.
Ada
has tied the football game, or they're close?
They have to convert. That makes it 20-19 Sallisaw. So Ada has a decision to make whether they want to go for the tie or go for the win.
Oh, you got to go for the tie, don't you, in the road?
Yeah.
You kick the extra point and get the tie. Here come the Savages. They should be in the victory formation. Yeah, there's Blake Skelton in the pistol. And looks like Maverick Soto. They're going to hand the ball to Maverick, give the senior one last carry. Here he goes to the left side. Maverick trying to bounce it outside. He's caught in the backfield.
Still up.
Still fighting for it. Still showing this. There's that little power lifter showing his strength right there. Yes, sir. He is one strong young man. We'll see him during a weightlifting season, I would imagine.
We'll see him on the platform, likely.
I don't know that he's going to power lift, but I would assume he did last year, right?
By the way, the Ada Cougars had an 88-yard touchdown.
Wow.
That's they're in the fourth quarter at Sallisaw.
So the clock is the Savages are going to have to snap it one more time here, as the play clock and the game clock are out of sync with each other. Savages will snap it once more. Here's Blake in the pistol. Good job, Coach.
A little break of an arm tackle, more positive yardage for Soto. And
Maverick Soto gets 2 carries here to end the season, the regular season, that is. And that's going to do it. The 2025 regular season in the books, the new record holder. They just scored.
And the Ada Cougars have just converted a 2-point conversion. They are up by 1 over the Sallisaw Black Diamonds.
21-20, the Cougars lead the Black Diamonds. So the Savages on the verge of a district championship.
It's all out of our hand. But Savages did everything they needed to do. They won this game big, dominated, broke the all-time scoring record regular season for a Brokobo Savage football team.
By 1 point.
By 1 point in dramatic fashion. And now they just have to wait on the Cougars for the helping hand and see how this last 4 minutes in Sallisaw plays out.
I'll tell you what, Chris, recap the scoring for us there just quickly, and then we'll wrap things up.
Yeah, it started off with that a 20-yard run by Graydon Howell, making it 7-0. That was at 5:29 of the first quarter. And then Sallisaw tied it up on that big 68-yard pass play, the wide open, kind of just a quarterback leaping and throwing to a wide open receiver. Tied at 7, and it was mostly Savages after that, 14-7. 1:56 left in the first quarter with a Graydon Howell 15-yard touchdown run. The extra point by Zaragoza was good. Then it was 22-7. On a Howell to Hall connection, 32-yard pass to DeJohn Hall. Great run after the catch by Hall as he put it in the end zone. And then it was Pratt with the 2-point conversion to make it 22-7 to get it up to 15. And Savages have maintained or exceeded that 15 after that. It was 29-7 at 2:16 of the third after it was that great run by Snooty Neal, breaking tackles, keeping his footing, going down the sideline for 39 yards. The PAT was good by Zaragoza. 29-7, and then it was DeJohn Hall on the reverse to make it 36-7 with 10:20 left in the game. 9-yard touchdown run by DeJohn Hall. Extra point by Zaragoza was good. And then the Pirates came back and put another touchdown on the board with 6:47 left to go in the game. Their extra point was good, and that's where we stood. And that was the final score, 36-14. Savages getting the victory here tonight.
Doing something that they haven't done very frequently in the last 15 or 20 years, actually, and that's getting a win in Costner Stadium. The last time this happened, it was, I believe, 2018, was it, Chris? They won 42-0, I believe.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was one of those down eras for Poteau, and that was the 9-win, one of the 9-win seasons for Broken Bow.
And then I think you go back. I think you have to go back all the way like to 2010 for the last win before that here in Costner Stadium. So the Savages get another road win. They get a 9-win regular season. They will finish 9-1. They will finish with a 6-1 record in district play and a chance for a district championship if the Cougars can hold on
to that 1 point.
Keep the Black Diamonds out of the end zone over the last 4 minutes.
Well, or kicking a field goal, because that would also Sallisaw could potentially win it with a field goal. But that also advances the all-time series. Broken Bow now leads 26 wins to 24 over Poteau.
That's correct.
And have avenged that 31-0 drubbing last year in Broken Bow. Which
the Maverick Lang era moves to even money and 1-1 with the Poto Pirates. Congratulations to Coach Lang and his offense for a new regular season scoring record, 432 total points during this 10-game regular season. Chris, you got any last parting shots here?
Oh, yeah, just to tell you, there will be a playoff game. We'll be live streaming that live from Broken Bow.
Yeah, we'll be home for sure.
We'll be home for sure. We've definitely clinched at least second in this district. That gives us at least one home playoff game, and so it'll be next week at Memorial Stadium in Broken Bow, and it'll be in the sister district, which is Wagner probably is the likely opponent in that, I understand.
Well, as the winner of that game tonight, I don't know who's – I didn't even look at the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, let's check the 4A scoreboard, see what the Wagner score is.
While we have a little bit of a break here, my thanks to Coach Dustin LaSalle, who kept us the pretty pictures coming at us tonight. And, Coach, when does wrestling season start? You don't have it with you?
And by the way, that Ulaga score, Ulaga Talela Wagner running away with that one, 42-28. So Wagner will be the fourth place. Sorry, the likely opponent for Broken Bow. Okay. Next week in Broken Bow. We'll see. We'll have to see how this plays out, though, because Broken Bow will play, if we're second, we play the third-place team in that district. If we're district champions, we will play the fourth-place team in that district.
Yeah, that's right. Let's get Coach LaSalle back on just a second. Coach, you've started wrestling practice now. You have, I know, a meet coming up, a junior high meet coming up, right?
That's right. Hey, we have our first junior high meet. It's going to be in McAllister. It's going to be our junior high girls, McAllister. Then we have junior high boys on Tuesday.
How many kids you got out in the gym with you?
Hey, so we have about 35 boys and girls, 6th grade through 9th grade, and we should have about 12 to 15 high school boys or girls.
Okay. So in a pretty good size varsity squad this year.
Yeah, we should have I'm hoping to have a full junior high team.
That's something that's important, and I learned from you last year. It's important to just at least have someone in each weight class.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I have 14 weight classes to fill, and when you don't fill them, you give up points versus in a duel, or don't score any points at that weight class of the tournament.
Well, it's a thank you, sir. I think it's an important sport. I'm glad we've started it here, and I'm really proud to have you coaching us, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we do this year. If it were me, I would say every offensive lineman that plays football should take wrestling.
Hey, that's right. Yeah, wrestling's a great sport that teaches body control, body awareness. It teaches you to use your hands inside out. All the great offensive linemen in the NFL, they all have a wrestling background.
Right.
So I encourage all offensive linemen, to participate in wrestling. We actually have our first home duel, which will be December 11th. So please come out to that and support the Savages.
Yeah, we'll make sure we get everybody informed of that on social media when that gets more near us. But, yeah, I would love to see folks come out and get a look at wrestling. It's a very exciting sport to watch in person, for sure.
Yeah, also congratulations to Jared Allen that went up to Carl Albert and was successful there on the wrestling team.
Yeah,
right? Here in Poteau in college, right?
Yeah. Jaden Allen, he graduated last year.
I said Jared. I meant Jaden Allen.
Yeah. Hey, he went 28-8. Was for our Broken Bow's first state qualifier. in school history. Made the state tournament. He got to the consolation semifinals last year, and he was not lucky enough, but worked his tail off enough to get an opportunity to wrestle in college, and he's wrestling at Cole Albert up here at Poteau.
Well, we've still got this game going on, Ada and Sallisaw, and there's a little over 3 minutes left in the football game still. Sallisaw right now, they are behind 21-20, and so that's the meaningful game. The Savages have done their part. They have won the contest 36-14, and now they await the final from the Sallisaw Ada game. If the Cougars can win it, the Savages will take home the district championship, and will have an opportunity for not just one but two home playoff games, provided they win that first one, of course.
Yeah, did you see the team? That may be what they're talking about. Coach obviously congratulating on them doing what they need to do. And, again, after that loss to Sallisaw, Maverick Lang told them that may be the best thing that happened to us.
They may be over there watching it.
I think they are. That's why I was going to put your attention to them. They're all sitting there, and they're not getting spoken to. They are eagerly watching that game to see what happened.
I thought we were closer. I was trying to hold on here in the postgame because I wanted the celebration if there was going to be one, but I think there's a little bit too much time left for us to kill here, so we're going to sign it off here. My thanks again to Coach LaSalle giving us the pictures tonight. Jonathan Calloway is always punching the buttons, keeping us on time. I've been standing outside the box, and Chris has been standing inside the box. There's a celebration going on. What's that? Well, no, it's not over yet.
Yeah, we were watching live, but he might have just told him. I think they might have just told him that Ada is ahead. Ada just went ahead. And so,
go ahead.
And so they're eagerly awaiting that to see if we're district runner-up or district champion. Either way, we will be home next week on Friday in Memorial Stadium to join the Broken Bow Savages in their first playoff game against maybe Wagner, maybe Uliga, who knows.
And our hats off to the Broken Bow Savages on They just got the ball back. Okay, so there we go. It looks like the Cougars are just a few, one first down away maybe from being able to hold on and put the Black Diamonds at bay up in Sequoyah County. The Savages could be celebrating on the bus ride home a district championship. Congratulations to the players and coaches on a wonderful regular season. Looking forward to the postseason. For Dustin LaSalle and Jonathan Calloway, he's Chris Chandler. I'm Skip Copeland. God bless you all. We'll see you next week. A home playoff game from Memorial Stadium. Be with us or be there. We'll see you next week.
This is my time, I'm on the rise, can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time, ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind, beating the buzzer like, this is my time, this is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it.